gotta get to the No Nut November song. I switch it in occasionally to spice things up, but it's not like every time, you know? This intro sounds like a Christian rock band from the early 2000s. Yeah, fucking and? You gotta tell me you weren't bumping Skillet in 2009? Get the out of here. Ohio Shape, baby. Also, it's not even a real song. The original one is real. The AI-generated versions, not so much. I bumped Skillet today. Wild. Ah! Oh my gosh. Ah! Yuchi, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chico. The AI editions kind of slap. For what it's worth, there were a lot of shitty ones that I did not include in the lineup. It took some filtering to get the ones that we have today. All right, let's get the aggregator. I need to replace the LED strip. It stopped working right. It's all fucked up. I was listening to Jesus Invented Crunk by Host Style Gospel. Hell yeah, brother. RIP LED strip. It's died 3 times. I think the LED strip is just not cut out for being, like, here on the desk, man. It's getting beat the hell up. It's getting smacked around. LED repair stream? We don't. That's not a whole stream kind of deal. I just need to order more. It's like a 5 to 10 minute repair. I've done it before on stream. I cast gun. If you cast watch stream, then you know that the gun hasn't worked for like 5 streams. Here, tell you what. We're here at the beginning. Let me actually see if I can figure out why the hell it ain't working anymore. Because I'm not really sure. If I'm being honest. Trigger's down. Oh, it looks like it's just not... It's not going any... Is the battery dead? Is the battery that, like, pulls the thing dead? Because that should, like, hotwire. That's shut. And it doesn't seem like it is. So... I don't know, man. Maybe the battery's just dead. What the hell? Yeah, what the fuck, actually? Maybe it is the battery. Hang on, I have another battery. I've never had to replace it. Because it's not like it gets used all the time. It only gets used when the gun fires. Here, let me replace the battery. We'll set this for recharge. Ah, 1 second. We'll recharge him later. Where did I put the spares? I know I got spare ones here. Battery might be dead, but Crunk ain't dead. Or I think Crunk might be dead. Not to like. I get the spirit. However, bro, I think it's time to face the reality that Crunk just might be dead. Kidders, thank you for the 3 months of T3. I appreciate you, bro. Nah, that shit is not working, man. That or this battery's dead, too. How many dead batteries can we have? Oh, wait, hang on, that wasn't close? Oh, it was the battery! Oh-ho, Kondeshi! It was, in fact, the battery. Every battery loses power when not in use. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of battery technology. Here's the thing, though. The battery that shook the desk was in use longer than this one was. Though it did get activated way less often than the Nerf one. So maybe it really did just run out of juice. Alright. Let me plug it back in. That should work now. Let me load in the fresh clip. There we go. Alright, now you can shoot me again. Hopefully. Aha! The parkour stream probably drained a good chunk. Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. I probably did. Ah! Oh, okay. Well, it works again. Thank you, Bimbo, for the bits. Hit me in the back. Shoot me in the back. What kind of comrades are ya? He intentionally broke the shaker because I couldn't make him fling chemicals. The shaker literally got caught on its own power wire and shredded the wire coming out of the motor. That thing is gone, dude. Is dead. Is deader than dead. Alright, we got our horse electrolytes. I'm inhaling them. Dude, it smells. You have to understand that, like, I drank these. They aren't really... They don't really taste like much. It's just kind of salty, which is why I realized I can make batteries out of it. And I can generate electricity with this. But it smells super strongly like apple. Like, opening this up is like, woo, apple flavor. But it doesn't actually taste as strongly of apple. Do a line? I am not gonna do a line of horse electrolytes. Not for free, at least. Go and stop working? Huh. It actually did. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. You hear that? He has a price? What would the price be? It would... It's gonna be an insane price. I'd say $100. $100 and I'll do, like, not that big. We're talking like, not, hang on. Like that. For $100. There's your price. People with jobs, now's your chance. Hey, Canny K, welcome to the stream. The fact you have it on a knife? I mean, I feel like you have to do it off a knife, right? Careful what you wish for. Motherfucker, I wish for $100 so I could snort some apple salt. This shit just is like apple scented salt. Not worth hurting the science, man? Fair enough. Look, someone gave me $200 to drink cigarette water. That's more insane to me. That's a lot of money. Sure feels great in the nostrils? Yeah. Ooh, the openal. Yeah. Oh, my fine French blade. I'll be real. I can't. This is like one of the few pocket knives I actually regularly use and sometimes carry. But it's not my favorite knife. You know what my favorite knife is? Fucking $10 Husky utility knife. You can buy it. You buy this thing. It's solid metal. It's real heavy. You can sit there and flick it in and out like you're gonna slice someone asunder. It's got a real nice weight to it. It's like indestructible. It costs $10 at Home Depot. And if the blade gets dull, you just fucking drop that shit out. AV Fusion. Thank you so much for $100. Alright. We're like not even 20 minutes into the stream, bro. And 10 minutes of that was the fucking starting soon. Alright, guess we're gonna get, Guess we gotta snort a bit of that horsey. Alright, got a little bit of this guy on the end. Now see, here's where not being a face cam streamer really comes to my detriment. Because you are reliant solely on the fact that I am a man of my word here. But you're gonna have to trust me. Okay?
No.
Just a little horse. Just a little horse powder. Never hurt no one. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. Oh, man! Oh, wow! It's like an apple to the nostril. It burns, brother. Oh. Whoa! We starting off right, brother. What's this have in it again? It's got a shitload of magnesium sulfate. I know that. It's like an above average amount. You wouldn't want to consume this heavily as a human. Ready for the horse sounds? That's why they be snorting so much, dude. Or blowing out their nostrils so much. Oh! Wow, that is a strong apple scent. Mmm. I can feel the salt in the back of my throat. You gonna make a horse girl so happy one day? Hey girl, did you know I can snort a line of horse electrolytes? Oh, you like horses? Yeah. It's just like the... Oh, I heard you like horses. Well, check this out. Oh, thanks for... Was that worth $100? Yeah. For another 100, I'll fucking do it again, brother. Though I do be tasting salt and like my left nostril be smelling like apple. That's for damn sure. Quit horsing around. Hey, Red Panda, welcome to the stream. Other nostril? Gonna be 200 for the other nostril. I don't want both nostrils to be fucking horsed. Don't be calling me a one-trick pony. I know it's for the horse pun, but come on, son. We're more than snorting horse electrolytes. Someone in the Twitter comments on the announcement post for this was like, this dude bought 5 pounds of horse electrolytes and is desperately trying to figure out what to do with them. And let me tell you, that guy is so right. He's got me dialed in. He is so right about that. That's literally the inspiration here. Was fuck, man, what can I do with horse electrolytes? I've got this tub of it sitting around in my basement. I got like a bunch of other random shit laying around, but like, oh, big thing of hydrogen peroxide? Yeah, I'll figure out what to do with that. Oh, a thing of like propane? Yeah, I'll find a purpose. What the fuck do I do with horse electrolytes? I remember when this idea came up on stream. That's the beauty of the UO Slab channel. Yeah, you get to be here for the inception of the dumb idea and the execution. It's a great symbiosis. Can you do some weird chemistry shit? My chemistry skills aren't that good. That's the thing. I only have a few zinc strips. Honestly, I think we should go for like... We should probably cut these long ways so that we get 8 strips out of this. But I do have a giant piece of zinc. Or it's not zinc, it's galvanized steel. But the galvanization is stink. Stink? Zinc. You can buy horse cum from the Glock company. I know, people told me that the last time when I did a horse electrolyte stream. Buy a horse, feed it electrolytes, buy a gorilla, feed it biscuits, and make them fight. I don't think you're allowed to do animal fighting on Twitch anymore. I know that in like 2016 that was front page content. I think we've moved beyond that. The purchase of Amazon brought with it some crackdowns. I'm not drinking the horse cum. You can buy guns from the horse cum factory? I'm not smoking 500 milligrams of horse electrolyte. How do you even smoke this? You need like a crack pipe. Yeah, we're making a horse battery to play Doom. We're running Doom. We're playing Doom on horse electrolytes. Oi, oi. What are the LEDs on the desk for? Where they're fucked up right now, but typically it's a meter. And when you put -2, it goes this way, and +2, and it goes this way. And then when you hit the end, it does either a yippee or a buzzer sound effect. And the sound effects still work, just the meter is not working. I'm not frying a steak in horse cum. Do you realize how expensive it would cost? Horse semen is like one of the most expensive, like liquid commodities by volume. You think he's gonna run Doom 2016? We're not even running like an original Doom port or anything. We're gonna be running a bastard version of Doom. So on the stream announcement, I showed a Raspberry Pi Zero. This guy here. This guy can actually run Doom, like, pretty solidly. He's a proper microcomputer. However, he also draws too much current. I don't have the faith in us being able to generate that much power from horse electrolytes. Now, maybe I'm wrong, in which case we'll pivot a little and do it. But instead, the plan is, at the very least, to be running Doom on this bad boy, the TI-84 Plus, which runs a version of Doom called TI Doom. And, here, you can see. View intro. Yeah, baby, that's Doom. And this guy only draws like 10 milliamps, even when running the game. I still have that calculator. Dude, the challenge for this stream was digging that shit up. I had that thing buried away somewhere. I had the old calculator buried away. And I had to dig around and I finally found it. I haven't used it in like 6 years. Turned it on, immediately, like, knew the button combos to do the fucking graphing shit. Engineering school scarred me on that thing, dude. You can run a Z80 on Squirrel Fart's level of energy? Oh, yeah, you can run them on, like, nothing, dude. It's the most expensive piece of machinery used in this stream. You're right, it costs like $100 in, like, 2009. $2009. So, you know that adjusted for inflation, that's like probably 130 or so. And it's pure gouging. It's pure price gouging because College Board makes that one of the only types of calculators you can use on the SAT. It's like nowhere even remotely close to worth that much. It runs on a fucking Z80. Like, that is a processor from the 1980s. It is, it's like, it's nothing. It's nothing at all. Same components when they made them in 85. Now, TI makes their own chip for them now. Because no one's producing Z80 microprocessors. But their own chip is literally just a Z80 with some extra little stuff on there that would normally be on the circuit board. It's completely fucked up, man. And they know they can just keep charging it. Oh, by the way, Orana Aura and Multi Turbo, thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. Those were 4 minutes ago, but I think I missed it. I was too busy snorting horse powder. Oi, oi. I don't have a house, but I got a TI 84 Plus. The Plus cost extra. It would have been 80 if I got the 84, but I got the Plus. I can't even remember why. There was something it did that they're like, oh, this is good. I can tell you what, whatever they put in there to add the extra functionality was not $20 worth of components. Not even close. Not even fucking close. It's kind of funny because TI is like known for their calculators now. Like they make like the majority of microprocessors in the world or something. But wait, the Plus has a backlight? Wait, how do you turn it on? This thing don't have no fucking backlight. How do you turn the light on? If I paid extra for one with a backlight, I never use the backlight. Are the majority of microprocessors Taiwanese made? Pretty much any of the ones that aren't TI, yeah. And probably even some of the ones that are TI are probably made in Taiwan just because that's where a lot of silicon manufacturing is. If Taiwan got nuked, the world would go backward by at least a decade. Because so much silicon processing takes place there. It's a crazy amount. Oi, oi. There's no regular version, just the Plus, Plus SE, plus CSE, CE, and now this. Welcome in, Voxel Primastic. You don't have to at me. I will read the message. Isn't Taiwan semiconductors and not microprocessors? Do we tell them? Do we tell them? 200 for the other nostril. For a cool $200, you can make me blast my other nostril with horse salt. Oi, oi. Yeah, the engineers here do know them as a semiconductor manufacturer for sure. I think they make a lot of... Do they make passives too? At the very least, anytime you have to buy any general semiconductor component, that shit's getting made by TI. I paid for one blow, I'm satisfied. I'm just trying to choose cash right now, brothers. Oh, dude, the times are getting hard. We're having to snort horse electrolytes for money. It's getting rough out here. Oy. Any response for my question? What is your question? How many cups of coffee can give someone a heart attack? I'm not a fucking, like... I'm not Wolfram Alpha. I don't know. Probably, like, 500? I don't even know how much caffeine is... I neither know the caffeine in a cup of coffee, nor do I know what the LD50 of coffee is. What the fuck are you rolling up here with? Oh, you gotta fucking answer my question? That ain't even... Why would I know the answer to that? Why the hell would I know? Tell you what. WolframAlpha.com. Let's see if it's still the knowledgeable unit it is. How many cups of coffee would kill you? This shit's gotta be using AI now, right? It is not telling me. Alright, you know, here's how you know that, here's how you know they're losing the culture war. I'm gonna go on ChatGPT, and I bet ChatGPT can tell me. Muircup, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you guys are doing alright. Do they still have the cheat at math homework calculator? Oh yeah, it's fucking gas for that, dude. Wolfram has used AI for ages, but it's not the same kind of AI. It's not like, generative AI. It's like the AI they use to make robots do shit. What should I buy off Amazon? 55-gallon drum of lube. Or maybe just like, I don't know, a book. What's a good book? Guys, I'm gonna vibe check you right now. You guys always recommend movies, games, music, but mostly only shitty music. I'm gonna hit you guys with a knowledge check. You guys claim to be intellectuals. Recommend a book. Bonus points if it was written in the last 5 years. Ghosts/aliens. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Hell.com. Hell, wait, is that a book name? Game of Thrones? Brother, I said written in the last 5 years. That shit hasn't had a sequel in like 15 years. It's never getting finished. Flowers for Algernon? Okay, wait, I've heard of that one recently. Why have I heard? Did that just come out? Because I've heard of it recently. And I've heard that it's pretty good. The Mercy of Gods, Captives War Part 1. I don't have the kind of time for reading a book that starts with Part 1. Unless that shit is not that thick. It's ancient? Why did I hear of it, like, recently? My brother in Christ? I've never heard of it until, like, 2 days ago. Someone referenced it. The weed? Oh, that was why! They made a weed strain and named it after that. Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing that that's how I've heard of it. You guys are all actually recommending good books, by the way. I'm noting some of these here. There's an Algernon strain. Yeah, it's like a hybrid or something. I don't know weed. Maybe you'll like the Anarchist Cookbook. I already read that one years ago. Castle of Calamity. I haven't read a fantasy or like anything of that genre since Game of Thrones. And it's because I got so disillusioned with that one that I just haven't felt like reading that kind of book anymore. But maybe I need to come back. I got on a sci-fi kick for a while. I'm not reading Mao's Little Red Book. Though then I could earn the right to blast, whatever that fucking Chinese song is. Yo, Amai Sukiya, VT, thank you for the raid! Welcome in, Raiders! Ninja Get Good, the ultimate guide to gaming. Did he actually write a book about gaming? Is that real? I thought that was like a bit. Yeah, Red Rising Sun. That's what I was thinking of. That is a real book. The Minecraft Bible. I feel like that's like sacrilegious. I think I'll get smitten for that, for owning that. Callahan's Cross Time Saloon is Kino Sci-Fi. I should just have you guys recommend this stuff in like the Discord. I don't know. Cause I love reading, but then like a couple years ago, coincidentally around the time I started streaming, I suddenly haven't been reading like hardly at all. Because I got like, I'm doing this in my spare time instead, and reading takes a long time. But I do actually love to read. Just haven't done it in a while. Been watching your crazy antics on Twitter for a while. Oh, hell yeah, Delphindorf. Welcome in. Oi, oi. I just read manga. I have a couple manga. The only manga I own are Yatsuba, Girls Last Tour, and I have like 2 issues of Nichijou. 2 volumes. I think that's it. That's the only manga I own. Let's see. My sister loaned me Demon Slayer, the first few volumes, and I've read those. I feel like it's making Demon Slayer look cooler than it actually is. I hate his fucking 5-head, man. I don't think I can get past that. It's the ugliest... It's the ugliest, like, character design. He's got those fuck-ass long earrings and that, like, massive 5-head. I can't stand looking at him. Girls Last Tour W? Hell yeah, brother! Are we drinking the horse electro- Well, I already did- I did that on a different stream. I drank the horse electrolytes. Today, I'm running Doom on them. That's why I haven't watched it. And because people recommend this to me all the time, I'm gonna also say, big reason why I haven't watched Dr. Stone. That is the ugliest fucking character ever. I want characters to look like good to the eye. Now, you know what I have been watching? I broke my fast of, I haven't watched an anime in like 2 years. This last weekend, started watching some Dungeon Meshi. Because I've heard that's good, and Trigger made it. And I tend to like how Trigger's animation style is. Even if their plot lines are ass, like Darling in the Franxx. That shit still at least looks good. And you know what? Not only does it look good, it also fucking slaps. I'm like 13 episodes in. So I got another half of it to watch. I might watch it this weekend if I have some free time. Have you seen JJK? I haven't seen JJK, but I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good, but also the people that say it's good are people that like Demon Slayer. I don't know about that, boss. Oh, also that... You know what? Not only the... I'm like going back in... I just beat up the Demon Slayer bar. Everyone's laying on the floor. I bust the doors open. And another thing, that fuck-ass kid that is like... I don't even know what their personality is supposed to be. It's like they're afraid of shit or something. Most annoying motherfucker. Who, in their right mind, thought that was a good idea to have as a main fucking character of your show? Oh my gosh, what a piece of shit. That's literally, I stopped reading the manga when I got to the chapters with him in it. Fuck that kid. I'm only gonna pick the manga back up if he, like, dies. You can spoil that he dies, but, like, it better be fucking, like, soon. Because I ain't getting through multiple volumes of that piece of shit. Have you seen Doro Hidoro? I have not. JJK goes hard. And it has insane animation. Who's the studio on JJK? He Lives Happily Ever After? Fuck, man! That sucks. At least in, like... Oh, man. It's, like, annoying. It's so annoying. You like intricate object and setting designs like Dungeon Meshi, the manga Witch Hat Altier is like children's fantasy. That, you know what, Rackham? That actually, from your short description, I would totally love that, I feel like. I feel like you've dialed me in, because I love that kind of, like... I like whimsical fantasy, okay? Back shots or a shot of horse gait. Plastic Lemon First Time Chatter, welcome in. Oi, oi. Spice and Wolf. Ooh, I haven't seen Spice and Wolf, but that probably would go crazy. What's the one that's out now? The one that's like Dan Dan Dan? That one looks like it's probably pretty good. I don't know. I'm no expert, but it has the hallmarks of a good anime. Why is there weeb chat my crackhead engineering? This is one of the rare occurrences where the guy who has an anime avatar decides to actually talk about anime. Because despite being in an anime-centric community here, I don't normally watch much anime. But I've been indulging some here. Oh, yo, Boommaster, welcome in. Glad you get to be here. Dan Da Dan. It's great. How far in is it? Chad always has W takes. I feel like you guys, we got to bring in the VTuber fans for the vote. This is where the audience is split. As time goes on, when I started streaming, it was 100% VTuber fans. As time has gone on, that split has gotten smaller and smaller. The VTuber fans have made way for, like, normal streamer or, like, YouTube watchers. Fearin is so good also, the world and characters are good. That's the autism elf, right? That's the elf that says kill yourself, right? That was probably solid. Is it, like, good, though, or is it, like, isekai good? Hang on, for the people that are saying it's good, I need to know, do you watch, like, ReZero? Do you watch, anything in the Fate series? Do you consume any Fate-based media? Not to, I'm just trying to gauge. I'm just trying to see. I don't care if you're a VTuber, I like your experiments. Hell yeah, dude. Welcome in, John. For what it's worth, I'm barely a VTuber. The VTuber, guys, is literally, it's just, I don't show my face. Because I have a job, and I don't want my coworkers to be finding out that I'm, like, cooking crack in my basement for internet people. ReZero fucks do not hate my boy Subaru. Natic, come on, son. You can do better than you can do better than that. You anime enjoyers now, like, I get in, like, 2004, y'all motherfuckers had to watch everything cuz, like, you didn't have hardly anything. But, like, surely now you have an abundance of choice. Like, I would like to think you can just watch good good shows, right? Is it PNG tuber? I mean, I'm using Fugi for the animation, if that's what you're wondering. I would be classed as a PNG tuber, though. What'd you recommend to ReZero fans? Don't tempt me to make jokes that would get me banned. This is a trap. This is bait. I recommend they watch something else. Like, that show fucking blows ass, dude. Heard the background music? Oh no, I'm not playing the fucking, like, shitty remix version of this. This is the Bossa Nova playlist. The Toho Bossa Nova playlist. The good one. You need to give Record of Lodos Wars a shot and Escaflown. I've not heard of either of those. They sound kind of Sting-a-Flynn coded, but I'll look it up. Yeah, stop watching the seasonals, bro. I know on God, there's certain shows where, like, you see them and you're like, no one's gonna be talking about this in 1 year. That one that's got, like, the 5 identical women in it, I ain't gonna hear any of y'all saying anything about that show in 1 year from now. How do you pronounce your username? Uoslab. Or Uoslab, or Uoslab. Or you can call me Slabber. Slab Boy. Whatever you want. Or Marty. You so slab. Ooh, the lights flicker. What about Uwu? No, Uwu is my father. Don't use that disrespect. People always be like, why don't you use a clamp? I have one. Or why don't you buy a clamp? Surprise, motherfucker. I own a clamp, I just never use it. Love to watch the original Legend of the Galactic Heroes. That's that one from the 80s, right? It's like a pain in the ass to find, but like, turbo weebs say it's really good. I feel like it can't live up to the hype. That's a big angle grinder. It's not that big. It's the $12 Harbor Freight Drill Master angle grinder. I know what you're thinking. How do you afford such an insanely well-crafted piece of material? Well, my friends, only due to your immense generosity. Thank you so much. I paid way too much for this fucking flat bar. I remember the days when you were clampless. Yeah, I know. When I had a month where I made a little extra stream money, so I went to Harbor Freight and I bought like the whole like thing of C clamps and all sorts of shit. I bought all these clamps. I bought a few different power tools. I went crazy. Have you changed the wheel on it? I mean, yeah. It wears out, don't it? It's running a little low again, but it'll be fine for this, I think. How are you gonna play Doom on Electrolytes? Well, you're not gonna play Doom on the Electrolytes. That's a little bit clickbaity, sorry for that one. We're gonna play Doom powered by Electrolytes. Because the electrolytes, the horse electrolytes, can be used to build a battery that we can then use to power a device that'll play Doom. You could just consume the electrolytes and play Doom. That'd be like maybe the worst clickbait ever. Be funny, don't get me wrong. He's gotta sniff the whole bucket and play it on his phone. It would be playing Doom on a cheeseburger, and then you fucking eat the cheeseburger and play Doom. I feel like that would make me lose my credibility. Look, there's a lot of trust that goes into the stream. You should paint your clamp to look like a car, and a car to look like a clamp, so then you can have a vice versa and a versa vice. That's a very specific joke. Did you dream that up just now? Feel uncomfortable being in the plane of this cutting disc? Don't worry, I protected you. There's a nice acrylic sheet in front of your eyes. So that then, if the cutting disc flies off towards you, you die of getting smacked at high speeds with an acrylic sheet instead of getting a disc through your eye. Priorities. Drunk stream? This is not a drunk stream. think I'd be operating an angle grinder if this was a drunk stream? Safety squints work fine. I am wearing rated safety glasses right now, brother. Yes, yes, I would hope so. I wouldn't question it. Yeah, I think you'd attempt it. We can start drinking after the angle grinder is done being used. If it was the drunk stream, you'd use 2 grinders. I'm not saying I've never operated power tools under the influence of alcohol. I'm just saying that it would be irresponsible for me to do that on stream. What's your drink of choice? If I drink, let's see. I don't have any soju left in the mini fridge. I'd have to go upstairs. Ew. Well, I don't know. Either be a soju or maybe like a dragon's milk stout. Because I know I have some of them, and I haven't drank them in a while. And they're really tasty. They're very rich. They're decadent. But it's November. It's getting chilly out. It's a good time of year for that kind of decadent beer like that. Ah! Oh, Dance! Thank you so much for 5 gift subs! And I appreciate it, brother. Lick my generosity and choke on it. Alright, well, you phrase it like that. I don't know if I'm gonna be that thankful. Delicious burning iron. Mmm, tasty. Honestly, if we need more electrolytes, I feel like we should split these vertically. But then, because like, after the stream is done, what is this gonna become? It's gonna become a bunch of copper pipes and zinc strips. And these will be far more useful if they have the holes in them for other projects than if I cut them laterally and remove all the holes. Oh yeah, that's zinc plating, baby. Ooh, you ever get an arc weld on a galvanized part? You can taste it for like the next 2 days. Real ones know. Real ones know the struggle on that one, dude. Galvanized square steel. Borrow some galvanized square steel from your aunt. Use it to build 200 shells. You get chills. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. Clean it with chlorinated brake cleaner. Oh, so you chlorine gas yourself when you weld it? Time to put this galvanized steel into my blacksmith forge. Dude, I knew someone that had a blacksmith forge. Calling it a blacksmith forge is a little generous. They had a fire pit that could get to an incredible temperature, and they used it to blacksmith things. Let me tell you, there's a small town vibe to this for sure. But this guy like did get zinc poisoning from trying to put like a galvanized like rods into his forge oven. But his entire thing, what he did, the way I know him is he would set up at the flea market and would advertise custom blacksmith goods. Normally, if you see a guy selling blacksmith stuff, it's all pretty expensive, but it's like craftsmanship, baby. We're talking, you know, it's like these layered knives. They got the little box nails, maybe, is like the cheap thing that you can get. They've got some different, like, doodads, little, like hooks and stuff. This guy was maybe the shittiest blacksmith ever existed. Because he was selling, like, it would be like, what was clear, like a piece of, like, steel like this without the holes in it. And he had, like, ground one side of it down with an angle grinder and, like, wrapped electrical tape around one end and is selling it as knife. Like, it looked like, I think prisoners make better shanks than the knives this dude was selling. And he was selling them for like $30. And you can't just set up at a flea market. You gotta like pay money to be there, which means this dude was going there regularly, paying $20 to be there, and then trying to sell the worst blacksmithing imaginable. The man just poured hot metal orc tech. I don't think he even melted it. I think he just kind of banged it a little bit flatter and then ground an edge onto it. Because they all look like they've been hammered. I think he's putting them in an oven, maybe not getting it quite hot enough. Dude, the fucking... Hang on, where's that knife I made on stream? Alright. On stream, with a piece of, steel rebar and a forge I made out of a soup can, I made this. This was like a year and something ago. This is an old stream. The whole thing, it was a challenge to make a knife on stream using basically nothing. And this guy here, he's got a blade on it, sharp enough to like take a chunk out of the desk. You can't even see it from that angle. You know, it's got I carved the handle down. The things holding it in are just nails that I sent through, and then I drilled holes in the metal and like shaved off the end. It's a shitty knife, but I made it as like a stream gimmick, right? This dude was selling knives that were worse than this. And I don't know anything about blacksmithing, and I have no equipment for it. I banged that thing out on a Harbor Freight cast iron anvil. Is it sharp enough to open a can? It is. That's why it's got a big chip in the blade up at the top. You can see that the blade is kind of like missing a chunk at the end because you can jam it into the can and then can open with it. And I've done that on multiple streams. What do I first? I use nails as pins. It gets the job done. Yo, Guy V, thank you for the 6 months. Or hang on, wait, you've been subscribed for 4. Thank you for the 4 months. If it's sharp enough to open cans, it's good enough. You can open cans with, like, probably this thing. You're giving more validation to the shitty blacksmith at the local flea market. One of the new Harbor Freight anvil is made by Doyle. It's steel and... Wait, really? I want to buy that. How much is it? My shitty cast iron anvil is, it's time for it to go. Alright, that's 12 electrodes. I don't know what voltage we're going to be getting out of these. We might need to bring this guy back. I don't want to chop the entire bar up, though. I'm so scared to be the craftsperson who has no idea they're selling the worst shit ever. I mean, that's a pretty harmless thing to be. Honestly, I was gonna say numbers will tell, but not really, because, like, some people sell good stuff. It's just not in demand. I have a family member, an extended family member, that, like, does wood carving stuff. He's legitimately a good wood carver. He's a really annoying family member. But he's a legitimately good wood carver, and he sells his, like, fucking, like, photo-perfect wooden birds to, at, like, craft fairs and stuff. But he sells them for so much money, because it takes him, like, it's either you're underselling yourself, or you're selling it way expensive. Because it takes him forever to make them. So he doesn't sell a whole lot. But he definitely knows what he's doing, and he's definitely making a good thing. It's just like, you know, market, baby. We use a pipe cutter for this. 150, just checked. Alright, that's not bad. Not bad. If it's actual steel, hardened steel, that ain't bad. Yeah, good product, fair price, no demand. Such is life. Doesn't mean you're bad at it just because the law of supply and demand doesn't support it. Wouldn't be trying to, like, quit your job to do it, though. The voltage is depending on the metal combination. Ah, you have some... You're about right on that. How many pipes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 4. Are you bad at guessing how much something I made is worth? It's pretty tricky to price yourself, right? That's kind of like, I would say, if you're doing something as a hobby, price what you think your time was worth working on it. And then, if you're trying to do it as a job, okay, now you have to succumb to, like, demand, right? Because you have to make sales. If you're doing it as a hobby, the sales don't matter as much. Charge whatever you think's fair. Yo, Bone Jinder, welcome in. Thank you for the T1. I appreciate you. If you lowball enough people in one category on eBay, the prices collectively go down. If you're selling it too fast, raise the price. If no one's buying, but you know you can't lower the price, advertise. Yeah, it's kind of an easier said than done, though. As someone who has sold stuff like this, there's a limit to how much you can advertise for stuff. Keep in mind, I've sold some craft stuff before. I know a lot of arts and crafts skills. My partner and I watched your Doink video on YouTube. Glad to catch you. Oh, hey, welcome in. That was a fun one. It's funny that, like, my main gimmick is, like, building dumb shit. But I've somehow, because I did the 500 cigarette stream, now it's crossed over to where it's building dumb shit and also building shit related to smoking. Hang on 1 second. If you're like, what is he doing? There are iron shavings all over the table. I've wrapped a magnet in cardboard so I can dispose of it easily. This is how you clean up the angle grinder. The cigarette one killed me. Glad you're here, Desert Eagle. Welcome to the stream. We take a side quest to the noble art of pipe smoking, not crack, the elegant ones. I'd love to build some fucking nerd-ass Gandalf pipe and blaze the fuck up. A lot of the times, for the ones where it's like... The known secret here, obviously. The ones where it's like 500 cigarettes, like those are non-nicotine cigarettes. And the one where it's 500 fat joints, like that is not a pure weed joint. It's like it's like majority filler. Because if you did that, it would literally kill you. If I was gonna build like a cool pipe and smoke it, I'll get actual pipe tobacco for it. Because that's like not excessive. I'm a sucker for the smoking shit. It's funny. I think part of what makes it funny to me in like the meme sense, you know, is that like no one else really does anything for like this. Because it's like, it's cancer for advertisers. Advertisers don't want anything to do with smoking shit. Unless it's anti-smoking. The 500 cigarette stakes, that YouTube video got pretty big. And it's because it's anti-smoking. Because it makes it look disgusting. But, like, as for, like, content, like, I'm smoking 500 cigarettes or whatever, I can't make any advertising money on it, because no advertiser wants associated with something that, like, glorifies excessive smoking. And so, as far as, like, content creators go, you never see anyone doing anything with it. Because it's, like, it's too foul. But on Twitch, you don't make your money from ads, so, like, who cares? It's like the one platform you can get away with doing that. Smoking is disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. I do not smoke. Contrary to what the massive amount of smoking done on stream would lead you to believe. It's literally only for the content, baby. Why don't the cig companies advertise? Because it's illegal. It's illegal for them too. For anyone who doesn't know, who isn't in the US, it is illegal for cigarette companies to advertise in the US. In other, like in Canada, you can't even put the, like, logo on the box. From your stories, I'm surprised you don't do something. I like keeping my mind generally pretty sharp. Not like in a, as an intellectual kind of way. Just in like a, I don't like to not, I don't like to be dependent on something. I don't want to give myself a debuff. So I don't do any kind of drug, generally. Definitely not habitually. Unless you count maybe caffeine, but even that, I skip days so that I don't get, like, addicted to it. What is a horse electrolyte? Glad you asked. Horse electrolytes are... It's basically Gatorade for horses. And we're gonna use it to power Doom. Why the fuck no one's growing tobacco? You know, you're kind of right. Because can you grow, like, a few tobacco plants and get away with it? You do have to, like, you grow it and then you have to dry it and then you have to, like, do shit to it. Found your channel and you're my top 10 fave YouTubers. Wow, that's an honor. I hate Twitch, but I'm here for this. Hell yeah, just me. Welcome in. Aye, aye. I try to keep a consistent Twitch schedule because I know I have a few people that follow me either from Twitter or YouTube that do not watch Twitch, but they're gonna pop in to see that I'm live. I always try to make sure I'm on a consistent schedule so that I'm not wasting their time. Tobacco plants are a sensitive plant to grow. People grow them in West Virginia, because where I grew up, I would see people growing with barns of tobacco. You could tell it's tobacco in the winter when you're driving by. This is some, like, nostalgia, but only if you grew up in the fucking sticks. This is nostalgia for rednecks. But, like, me and my dad, every November, would go hunting at this property that it was his uncle owned, so my great uncle. And we'd drive out, it was in the middle of nowhere. We would always drive past a bunch of tobacco farms. You could tell they're tobacco farms, because their barns they'd have the tobacco hanging upside down, drying out in the barn for the winter. That's about the only time I've seen it being grown. Do you own a pressure washer? I do not. Weed and tobacco grow wild, but growing tobacco is restricted? I believe so, yeah, for tax purposes. It might have some provision, like how you can grow, like, 6 weed plants or something. Legally, as long as you're not selling it. I think there's something like that for tobacco, where, like, you can grow it as long as you're not selling it. And it's only for personal use. Imagine the farms not being corn. I live in Ohio now, so yeah. It's hard to imagine. Live in a big tobacco growing area, there's a lot everywhere. The stream title is one of the more tamer things. Yeah, this one's not, like, dangerous in any way. It's not got anything too bamboozling. We're just playing Doom on horse electrolytes. There's soot all over this pipe. We're gonna have to sand the outside of some of these to get good contact. I'll sand the outside of all of them. Even though the clean new ones should be, like, pretty safe. They should be pretty conductive already. Snorting it was pretty sus. That's not in the title, though. I saw a post the other day about people growing weed in the cornfields. Yeah, they do that. They did that around where I grew up, too. West Virginia got a lot of drug issues, unfortunately. Weed is the tamer of them. Most of it's opiate issues. But they would grow weed in the woods randomly or in the middle of a bigger field. Eventually, cops would catch them because they would fly helicopters and shit over. So they had to employ some other tactics. Growing it in the woods is the best way. I know that you always had to watch out. If you were in woods where you didn't... It was like, you know, you might wander off of, like, a public wooded area, or, like, if you were on, like, private property, you always watched out. You did not want to stumble upon someone's weed stash. Anti-weed helicopters? They absolutely would. Damn deer get to them too fast. Oy. Yeah, it's booby trapped. See, Cocoa Puff knows. You do not want to... That was like one of the main reasons you wouldn't go on other people's land. If they were growing weed in the woods, they'd have like fucking, What do they call that shit they did in Vietnam where they put the spikes in the ground? you're always afraid of that, or like fish hooks hanging or some shit. You'd hear urban legends like that. We assume people did them. I'm sure some people did. I know that my dad, who also grew up in the state, when he was growing up, there was a guy who lived a couple houses down from him. Granted, he lived in the country, so a couple houses was like 2 miles or so, you know. Punji sticks? Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. And yeah, the fish hook online are a common one. But the, anyway, yeah, he had this guy who lived a few houses down, who everyone, it was like the urban legend, the rural legend, because he lived in the middle of nowhere. It was the local legend that he was like in the mob or something. Everyone was like, there's something up with this guy. He's getting away with something. He's doing something sketchy. And at some point, the police or like some government agency of some sort was flying a helicopter around his property. This was in like the 80s. Was flying a helicopter around his property, and they landed the helicopter in his field or something, and he ran out and blasted the thing with a shotgun. It had like a cop in it. He blew the whole front window out of the thing. In any instance, this is like instant jail time. This motherfucker got away with it, apparently. They took it to court and they're like, yeah, he didn't endanger anyone because the guy wasn't in it when he shot at it. And, they weren't supposed to land on someone's private property. They were out of their rights to do that. So, he got away with it. He fucking shot a police helicopter and didn't get in trouble at all. Witness protection, I bet. It would not surprise me. A lot of weird people out in Appalachia, I would not be surprised if they were witness protection. Because if you want to make someone disappear from society, I mean, you're in no man's land out there. I say this as someone who grew up out there. You just find people where you're like, how are you living here? Like, where do you work? What do you do? Because it's so far from everything. That or North Dakota? The Dakotas are desolate. It is illegal to land on someone's private property unless it's an emergency. I know! The cop was wrong. That's why he won. It's just wild that he fucking won. And held the dude off with a shotgun. You'd be amazed with Canada. The modern D&D druids. Alaska would also be good. You can legitimately just disappear there. There was a girl went missing and a year later they found a skeleton in a field, still no leads. They're probably not gonna find any. It is like, part of the reason everyone has guns is there is a fear of, that is associated with being incredibly far from society. Where like you never know what you're gonna come across. Or who's gonna come across you. It is pretty understandable. If you call the police and you live in the sticks, dude, they're not gonna be there forever. There's only so many. And you don't want to live near them either, because those fuckers got nothing to do all day. They'll get you for going 26 and a 25. Man. The woods are scary. They are. Dude, if you live in the woods, you 100% understand why people think Bigfoot exists. Like, you're like, how do people think the Bigfoot exists? How do people think Wendigos are real? How do people think any of this? You live in the woods for a couple years, you're gonna be like, dude, I'm starting to think he might be real. Because you hear weird noises, you see weird shit. Hell, I fucking saw, when I was in the woods, way off, acres and acres deep. It was during hunting season, which is why I was out. I was out hunting with my brother. And we were watching, and it was right as the sun was going down. So we were getting out, we were gonna head out, because you can't hunt after dark. Even if you wanted to, it's not legal to. And we see way off on, like, the ridge line on the hill, because we were, like, kind of down in the valley. And you could see the silhouette of a deer up in the, up on, like, the end. And we weren't gonna shoot it or anything, even though we were out hunting. Because it's way far away and it's through a lot of brush. And, like, it's just getting dark. And it, like, looks at us, stands up on its hind legs, and just fucking walks. I was like, dude, I understand why people think the cryptids are real. If I saw that and it was, like, pitch black, I'd be like, I'm out of here, brother. I think deer can just do that. I seen it when I lived in Ohio as a kid. That's the thing, is it's not even like everyone has seen that happen. It's not like an uncommon freak occurrence. It's like something that happens. It knew you saw it and it was fucking with you? It definitely knew I saw it. Didn't you find a lost member of the Lollipop Guild in the woods once? What the fuck is the Lollipop Guild? Oh, wait. I know what you're talking about now. I don't know about... That's a true story, but, like, you cannot tell the story without it sounding like... It's a true story. You can't tell that story without it sounding like you're being derogatory. Even if I'm not. Yo, Circle Gert, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate it, man. We need to hear it now. Me and my brother and his stupid friends were out in the woods at night, as you do when you're bored on a weekend, just wandering around. We were at the family farm, which is about a 200-acre plot, which is dirt cheap in the middle of Appalachia, by the way. If you ever want to own land for, like, if you're like, man, my dream is to own a farm, you gotta buy it out in the fucking sticks of Appalachia. That shit was like $2 grand an acre. It's so cheap, man. Anyway. Anyway, we were wandering around in the woods. We get up on, like, the fence line that's bordering the property, and we're just kind of, like, cruising through the trees. We pull out some brush. There's a, like... There is... How do I describe this? In a way that isn't... Okay. There is a small person with a comically large bottle of liquor. Like a 3-foot-tall man with a, like, big bottle who goes, ah! We pulled it back, and it scared the shit out of us. Wow! What? And he's like, oh, sorry, I crossed over the fence line. I'm going back. And my brother's like, oh, that's just the neighbor. He lives, like, right over down there. Like, apparently this just fucking happens. If I saw that in the woods without having him there to be like, oh yeah, that's the neighbor, he just sometimes wanders over on the property, I'd be like, that is the most... No one would believe me. If I was in the woods alone, I pulled aside the brushes and there was a 3-foot-tall dude with a big bottle of alcohol who screamed and ran off. No one would fucking believe me, man. If I didn't have the witnesses for it. You can't call him a leprechaun. It's an actual person. But I'd definitely be telling about the sighting of the leprechaun if I didn't know. Look, all I'm saying is if I lack context, I'd be looking for some fucking gold pots around there the next day. Duende? What is that? Bro got gnomed. It's only a leprechaun if they're dressed in green. I don't think they were Irish. It's like a South American gnome. Every culture has come up with their own, like, lore for short people. Random gnome event. Did he speak in riddles? Yeah, he said, "If you wish to pass my tree, you must answer my riddles 3. It's only a leprechaun if they're Irish. Otherwise, they're just a sparkling midget. The fucking... Otherwise, it's just sparkling whatever joke is like... It's too powerful, brother. You can't say that, dude. Was he at least ginger? Well, he was a black guy, so no, he was not ginger. That would have been significantly more odd-looking. Throughout history, people have stumbled upon little people drinking comically large bottles of alcohol in the bushes. Hello, Jax. Welcome in. How did you guys get me to spin this story out? I forgot about this story. One of you guys brought it up. The Black Irish is a thing, so he could be. I legitimately did not know that. It is truly a magical place, brother. Let's get a reference cell here so we can see roughly how much power we're going to be generating. At least like voltage-wise. Should be around like 1.2. Black Irish is Irish people with black hair, not African descent Irish people. Oh. I don't know this lore, okay? I'll be real, I don't know the genealogy of the Irish. I'm making a bold assumption. The dude in the woods in Appalachia was not Irish. Maybe I'm being insensitive. This is hyper concentrated. That's a horse-sized dose, dude. I put a horse dose in this little amount of water. It's like a sludge. If he only had one leg, he'd be a scout. Brother, he was the neighbor. You guys are trying to assume. The poor neighbor who was having a rough night out is now being speculated over whether he's a cryptid. He's the one confirmed non-cryptid. The deer who stood up and walked, that's the one that maybe is a little more speculative. How many horse doses you got in there? In the tub? A lot. This is one horse dose, which should be spread among, like, gallons of water. But we're trying to horse max right now. So we're gonna put the electrodes in there. And just see if we can get a rough idea of what we're looking at here. Hopefully it's a pretty good conduction. If it's not, my whole scheme's gonna go to shit. we go. I'd be so hyped if I found out I freaked someone into speculating if I'm a cryptid. That would be kind of awesome. You're kind of right. You kind of spitting with that one, boss. 0.79 volts. We need 6 volts to activate the TI-84. So, we need like 8 of these cells in a row. Roughly. Maybe 7. It's asymmetrical. We're gonna have to cut more, we're gonna have to cut more zinc if that's the case. And I don't know how much current this thing's putting out. But if I had to guess, if I had to speculate, probably not a lot. Why is it bubbling? It's fucking bubbling right now. Okay. Do you see this? First of all, I'm not gonna say what this serum looks like, but you can kind of... It's very viscous. We'll say that. It's the horse growth formula. Something like that. No, this was not a Glock order, don't worry. I'm making that good horse juice. Dude, how they juice the horse? The FFL gets the wrong Glock order. Why is it bubbling? Here, I'm getting my wires. Centrifuging horse piss to make estrogen? Is there estrogen in horse piss? 0.85. Almost 1 volt. Only one way to find out? No, actually, there is not. There is not, in fact, only one way to find out. What the fuck are you talking about? Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? Remember when people thought you could get DMT from honest children's piss? No, I do not. What the hell? There's a Minecraft mod that adds estrogen and you have to make it from horse piss. Pray tell, what do you do with estrogen in the Minecraft mod? I'm highly curious. Why is there estrogen in the Minecraft mod? What are you doing with it? It lets you dash like in Celeste? Yeah, of course it would give you Celeste powers. Oh my gosh, dude. You take it and get tits? It gives your character tits. You know what? Maybe... Is that the whole mod, or is it like an entire suite? Why do you know this? I've never heard of this before. But I'm amused now. Minecraft Titty gives you extra armor from the front. It's a create add-on, so there's a complicated processing chain. The create mod is really good, actually. It's just funny that someone's made that as an add-on. And that multiple of you know about it. Alright. I say a horse dose in each of these. It smells so strongly of apples, dude. One horse dose in each. Then we'll wire them in a series to get as much voltage as we can effectively. Hopefully we don't need over 20 of these to power the thing. That would suck. Your basement will start smelling too good. You ought to smoke some doinks to even it out. We should roll the world's fattest joint and then have a stream where I drive out to Amish so we can smoke fat doinks in Amish. Just the visual would be, like, absurd. It'd be like POV. You'd see POV, like, of, like, a 2-pound doobie. And then, like, a propane torch lighting the end. It'd make for a good vignette, for sure. I don't know how entertaining the part of the stream where I'm driving for, like, 2 hours would be. But, like... The 30-second quick cut of rolling it, packing it, driving out, and then being in a cornfield would be really funny. If the cops pulled me over, I don't know if I could ever have the explanation that would satisfy them. Can we feed you lines in German to confuse the Amish? Are you German? Or, like, are the Amish susceptible to German attack? Like, why would that specifically confuse the Amish? If you're in Ohio, I doubt you gotta drive 2 hours to get to Amish. You're so real for that, you're right. The Amish is not that far away. Because I go to the Amish to buy, like, wood. You can get quality hardwoods at a good price. What can I say? The Amish is Dutch? Yeah, but, like, not every Amish knows Dutch. Also, I probably shouldn't call them the Amish. Picked up my pizza and the cheese topping slid off. Night ruin. These horse cum cups better make pretty pixels. That is the fucking worst. Nothing has me closer to wanting death than, like, when you make food or you buy food and you're, like, so hyped to eat it and then, like, you're walking into your house and you fucking drop it. Like, alright, I guess I should just die now, dude. It's the worst thing ever. It might be the worst feeling ever. They're bubbling without electricity. I think it's like, I don't know if it's reacting with the water or like it's just like absorbing the water.
No! Crazy!
Why are we using these big-ass wires when we're carrying, like, microamps of current? No idea. I burned my dinner. I've been trying so hard not to lose it. Dude, I fucked up a whole-ass pot because I I put it on the stove to reheat pasta. Forgot I put it on the stove and came downstairs. Went up 15 minutes later, that shit was on fire. And the entire house was full of smoke. The pot is ruined, and now my, like, fairly new stove has a big fucking burnt mark on the control panel. It's tragic, brother. Is the water damage fixed? So, the plumbing is fixed in the house. And the demolition was done to take all the, like, damaged part out. But the house, I have not put in a new ceiling yet. And I'm gonna be real, I'm probably not gonna do it until at least after Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll wait until, like, after Christmas, and I'm just gonna put up, like, some canvas sheeting on the ceiling to cover up the pipes. Because the plumbers were like, oh yeah, if you're able to leave this open for a bit, I would recommend it, because sometimes this shit just starts leaking again because it's so fucking old. And it would be, you know, we'll cover it if it does, but, like, it'd be really better if it, if you leave it open so you can tell. You forget things like crazy when you get distracted. I see you've discovered my personality. Yeah, I do tend to be doing that, unfortunately. Are you taking the Thanksgiving week off? I'm not taking the whole week off. I'll take the Thanksgiving part off. Thanksgiving Black Friday, no stream. Maybe I'll take Tuesday and do Monday, Wednesday. I'm doing a thing with Fillion on Wednesday. Presumably. It might end up, that date might end up changing. But that's, like, on the schedule. And it won't be on my channel either. Fillion did spoil that? Yeah, I know. I didn't think she was gonna say it till later. But I think she's taking a break, and she wanted to give, like, a tease for when she's coming back. Hey, Xander, welcome in. We're powering a calculator that can play Doom off of a bunch of horse electrolytes. She hasn't even announced she'll be online? Well, she said she was gonna do that before she left. Oi, oi. I don't even need to get distracted to forget shit. I forget shit all the time, man. It's just how it be on this bitch of an earth. Such is life. I don't have enough alligator clips for this. I gotta... I gotta do this. Ew, it's dripping horse cum all over the desk. Ah, come on, man. All right. I'll see you around, Cross Drew. I'll see you later. All right, hang on, hang on. What the fuck do I... How do I attach this? If I don't have an alligator clip, what's the best way to attach this? If I have just a little more wire. It's the longest copper strip ever. I could solder to it. It is copper. To properly solder to copper like this, though, you need, like, flux. And you have to heat the whole fucking pipe with, like, a torch. Which I can do. It's just gonna use a lot of solder. And then, as I said, you know, we do the reduce, reuse, recycle on this channel. This shit gets harder to recycle if it has a fucking wire soldered to it. There we go. Alright, alright. I have the same solder station. Oh, the Hako? It's pretty good. I quite like it. Alright. The Hako has treated me well so far. That's bubbling? It is. I don't know if it's reacting to, like, the zinc or something. Holy shit. There we go. It's really hard to strip this, like, really long part. Abuse the shit out of it. It's still chugging. Good solder station should just keep kicking. Do not call it that, Infernal Servant. That's fucked up. I have one on my throne because my last two are Harbor Freight shitty ones and both are broken. Brother, I used exclusively Harbor Freight shitty ones until I got this Hako. And I've soldered a lot over the years. I went from hobbyist to, like, career engineer on $10 Radio Shack soldering irons. Also, if you're gonna be an engineer, soldering is a big skill. A lot of the dudes at work cannot solder. They always get the technicians to do it. I'm like, oh, that's... And then you're the guy where, like, you know, you go out in the factory and they're like, oh, it's a guy from corporate. But then I actually at least know how to do this shit, so I don't have to have someone else do it for me. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy when you have to get someone else to do shit for you. Oi, oi. How the fuck do you not learn soldering at university? You don't ever have to solder for a project. There's projects where it's easier if you know how, but you don't have to do it. I don't think I was ever in a project where I had to solder. I knew how to solder because I did this for a hobby for ages before going to university. They make you use breadboards, yeah. If they're giving you the supplies, they fucking want to reuse them, man. Those alligator clips gonna be used at all? Yeah. But I'm gonna do as much as I can like this before I resort to the alligator clips.
No! Crazy!
Okay. Because I don't have enough for the alligator clips to be all the connections. It would make it a lot easier if I did. Trust me. But I don't. Alright. These in series should... $1.3 volts. Alright. One of these is a little weaker than the other. Is it depleting? It's like weaker now than before. Hang on. Didn't want to see all the voltage be dropped due to high resistance clips. A lot of iron core junk. I mean, like, it's high resistance technically, but it shouldn't be high enough to fucking tank this. Dude, we're gonna need at least 16 of these, man. Which means we're gonna need another 4 of Another 4 pipes, another 4 of these strips. Oh, it's getting the horse jizz everywhere, man. Alright. Are these fucking leaking? Wait, what? Why is there water everywhere? Is this... Wait, how is this cup leaking? What? What? Melted? Dude, it's hot water. You think the horse electrolytes are fucking eating through the cup? Alright. Well. Do you know how to read resistors? Yeah. Yeah, I do know how to read resistors. It's black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, white, if you need, like, the order. And then it's 0 to 9 on the first one, 0 to 9 on the second one, then times 1 times 10 times 100, and so on for the third. I Google it for the 2000th time. Dude, I think I have read them enough that I can just look at it and know what it is. Which is maybe the most, like, advantageous being a hobbyist has been. How do you remember past yellow? Well, there's a really good mnemonic that I learned on the early internet. But it is foul beyond belief, and I cannot tell you what it is on stream. They're also .1. Yeah, no one fucking uses those, okay? Uo is making Skynut into a reality. It does really look like jizz. Like to an incredible degree. It's fascinating. If your father is Uwu, is your mother Owo? Do you know what my old username used to be? The Infernal Servant Demon Semen Core? No. Does it smell like it? No, it does not. It smells like apples. It smells very strongly of apples down here. Which is actually pretty pleasant. Apples are not a bad smell. Yeah, horse electrolytes. Isn't Skynut the Moist Critical song about Terminators if they nutted? Why are you using 2 different metals? Oh, that's actually a good question. Because, my friend, this spoils the magic a little bit. The horse electrolyte is merely a conduit. It is not... It is not the part that's generating the electricity. The electricity is generated from the ion transfer between copper and zinc. Copper, zinc. I indicated them wrong. These 2 metals specifically, because they have... One has ion to give, and one has ions that it wants. It is a chemical battery. So it's not random that one is copper and one is zinc. It is very deliberate. Because it is necessary for them to function. Nerds. It's a science channel! Bro, I run a fucking science channel. I was gonna say science education. This ain't a science education channel. We smoke 500 cigarettes on here. I run a science channel. People hit me with a fucking nerd when I give an explanation for why something works. We're building a chemical battery, and the copper and zinc are essential components of making it generate electricity. If I drink the horse drink after here... So here's the problem with the horse electrolytes as far as, like, using them like Gatorade. That shit got giga magnesium in it. Way more than a human should consume. So, I really shouldn't be chugging the horse electrolytes unless I want to, like, get some kind of horrible ailment that I should not be getting. You collected horse cum for fun? It's not cum! It's electrolytes. It's different. Hang on. Actually, no. I was gonna ask, and then I realized I already know the answer. Even though I don't know the answer, but I do know the answer. I was gonna ask, how do they get the horse cum that they sell for this? It's definitely someone jerks off a horse, right? It's definitely just that someone jerks a horse off and then collects it in like a jar or something. They have a machine? They have a machine? There's a horse jerking machine? Horses got jerk-off machines before we did? What the fuck, man? The Horse Zerker 500? We have jerk-off machines?
No!
They have a big fake horse? There's no way. That's actually hilarious. I didn't realize this. I thought... Alright, never mind. Maybe asking was educational because I was like, oh, never mind. It's definitely that some dude has to jerk off a horse. We have that, dude. I literally got you an Amazon link last stream. Dude, I'm not... This is why I don't click fucking Amazon links. You're trying to send me the Zerker. The Zerker. I'm not clicking on the Zerker link, dude. Come on, son. Oh, why does the streamer not click on the links I put in chat? My college has a big agriculture department, and they were always posters advertising horse and cow semen.
No!
So apparently everyone owns the fucking horse Zerker then. Like they're going out of style. It's like 2 volts across this. It's diminishing, actually. I'm running them in series, but like... Holy shit. I'm not getting a good connection on this at all. Hey, hang on a second. Is it because the resistance between the cells is like too high? Like, ah! Hey, Turtle Chopper, thank you so much for 5 gift subs. I appreciate it. Leaving them in is making it worse. I mean, if it does, then the whole battery's fucked, isn't it? 2 volts out of 3 cups, though? That's not good. Because we gotta get to, like... Well, okay, wait. I keep saying we need to get to 6 volts. Because the battery has 4 AAAs. Or the calculator that we're gonna be running this on. How do I make it so Twitch just auto-denies or, like, blocks messages when they contain a banned word? Maybe the horse cum is too concentrated? What is the resistance of the horse jizz? $50 kiloohms? Could I add something else to this? I mean, it is salty. That's why it's like this. How do you come up with ideas like this? It's my twisted fucking mind. Even more salt? That's what I'm thinking, dude. It already looks like horse jizz. I think we gotta jizz it up a little bit more, man. Yeah, these aren't gonna start corroding yet, okay? That's the motherfucker. Maybe I should just drill holes in these and then loop it through the holes instead of wrapping it around the whole rod like this. I think we actually need more horse jizz, though. Let's add more electrolyte and see if we get a higher voltage. We probably should have done a little more experimentation before diving straight in to making multiple cells. I don't even know what to recommend this chemistry nonsense. Listen, engineer man, knowing a little bit of chem is going to help you out long term, trust me. Especially if you're electrical. They start teaching about semiconductors. Your ass gonna get left behind if you ain't on a chemistry grind set. This is an evil fucking potion. This is horse gamer subs. A nucleation point? I don't think it's precipitating the salt out. Not this fast. I like the thinking, but I think you're thinking, like, way too complex. I think it's literally just that it's too much resistance of each individual cell. Which is often a problem when doing homemade batteries. It's very commonly an issue. Alright. This previously was 0.8 right after being mixed. Let's see what it is now. More or less. 0.5? It became less when I added more horse jizz? Are you kidding me? Hang on. Here's one where it's like dissolved. Oh no, that's also 0.5. I'm just not getting as much out of this one. Huh. Well, now here's another question. Let me get out the eye protection real fast. What happens if I mix a little sodium hydroxide in this? Which will make it more conductive. Or will that fuck it all up? I don't know. Let's try it out. I'm no chemist. If we got a sodium hydroxide these things, though, just FYI for those unaware, sodium hydroxide is lye. It's incredibly caustic. And we gotta, like, wear safety goggles for the entire rest of the ordeal. Alright. I don't know if sodium hydroxide has any kind of reaction to copper or not. But I do know that this should make it more conductive. Okay. We're locking the fuck in. This is how discoveries are made. 0.9! Haha! Increase your horse electrolytes with this one trick they don't want you to know. We're at 1 volt now. That shit, that increased it so much, dude. It's also having some weird fucking reaction. Hang on. Is it getting hot? I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of hard. But, like, shit has precipitated out of the solution. And there is now... Hang on. Does that help? Yeah. You can see it a little better now. Shit has precipitated out of the top of the solution. And now there is a, like, subaqueous layer. The sodium hydroxide, does sodium hydroxide eat through plastic? It can react with some transition metals under mild conditions. Look how much voltage we're getting, though, dude. Transition metals, my ass. Look how much... Look, we're cranking volts on this thing, brother. That plastic, yes. It did. It's separated. Look at it. This is now a very basic... You raised the pH and made stuff crash out? Interesting. Okay, well, let's take this and put it in the sink. Over here. And I'm gonna leave it there and see if it, Dude, I swear it's reacting with shit exothermically. None of these other cups are as warm. Like, this cup is warm because I filled it with warm water, because that helps. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. I feel like the other one is more warm. Why are you not sniffing it? Why do you guys all want me to die? Alright, we're... I'm gonna leave this other cup in the sink, and we're gonna see if the level goes down or if the cup melts. If the cup melts, then we don't do the hydroxide. Or rather, we're gonna have to find some other shit to do it in. Maybe I could do it in jars. I still have some salsa jars. Man, this chemistry shit. is really getting me.
Crazy!
Oh, but look how high the voltage got when we added that. That really helps. Put the horse cum in the jar. I don't know if I have 8 jars is the main, like, issue, too. Here, I'll turn the light back on. That's the other problem. Oh, here, let me hose these off since they're covered in a base solution now. I don't like messing with the hydroxide, because now I gotta, like, wear safety equipment. Before it was just horse cum. It was fine. Have you tried putting a battery in the horse cum? Chemistry is not an exact science. Rio Mayer. What was that in response to? Connect the cells in reverse to power a supply. It'll charge the cells. Hang on, wait, what? Will it? No, it won't. That's not how that works. Surprised you don't have a case of mason jars? Well, I used to, but I used them. I jarred stuff up in them. I use them for food. That's why I don't want to fuck up a bunch of jars. I got a lye solution on my hands and had nothing to wash it off with but Italian dressing. It worked okay. Wait. What do you mean? What situation are you in where you're working with a lye solution and all you have is Italian dressing? Hang on, I'm Googling something fast. Oh, it's gonna dissolve the cup. I gotta know. Does side. Well, I guess specifically I should find out what kind of plastic this is. This is 6. Recycle symbol 6. I believe that's polystyrene, if I remember correctly. Hang on. Oh my gosh, it is! Oh, you should be so proud of me. I remembered the recycle symbol. Hang on. Polystyrene chemical resistance. Hang on a second. What does this mean? Sodium hydroxide, A! It is given an A, which means good. In response to sodium hydroxide, 10% solution. And you know what? It still gets the A reading it with a 50% solution. Man, I should not even listen to you guys. You guys just say shit. Oh, it's gonna dissolve the cup. You don't know shit. Charging works. It forces the ions into solution, storing power into chemistry. I was the programmer, not the chemist, and we use lead and magnesium-based batteries separately. I'm not opposed to hooking this thing up to the power bank and seeing what happens. That is... Hang on. I remember watching a CSI episode where they said plastic reacts less with acid than glass. So glass might not be any better. Okay, so first of all, not necessarily true. Certain acids react to glass. But not all of them. It's like, literally just a few select ones. Second of all, this isn't an acid, it's a base. Completely different end of the pH scale. Oh, it would electroplate. I think it does take some interesting solutions to dissolve glass. Hydrofluoric does hate glass. Hydrofluoric hates everything. Hydrofluoric hates you. Hydrofluoric is the absolutely fuck you up, like, stuff, man. It's kept in Teflon containers. They use it in silicon production, too. It's like, because I knew people who took silicon lab as, like, a grad school thing, and they had to be trained to work with hydrofluoric acid, which sounds like the most, like, scary thing you could maybe have to work with in a normal, non-chemistry lab. What's in piranha solution? I believe that's nitric acid and sulfuric acid. It's two really strong acids. It's not hydrofluoric, though. Those are just acids that are aggressive against organic material, specifically. If I'm remembering correctly. I'm not a chemist. Hey, Nemo Mimi! Welcome in! Welcome, Raiders. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope your stream's going well. Those are still kind of nasty. Oh, they'll fuck you up because they're hard on organic materials. I failed chemistry. I didn't fail chemistry, but I was never good at chemistry. It was my least good science of all the sciences that I took. Both in high school and college, it was my weakest science. And now I do chemistry demos on twitch.tv. Because turns out, you don't need to know shit to do a demo. It's like pure hydrochloric acid and 90% peroxide. Oh, wait, I thought it was sulfuric and nitric acid. Never mind then, I'm completely off. That's why I didn't get, that's why I struggle so much in chem. I wasn't fucking paying attention. Chem was my favorite. Crazy, but respect. I'm glad people like you in this world exist so that I don't have to be good at chemistry. Alright, we're gonna go, we're gonna go sodium hydroxide on all this shit. And it will be epic, I'm sure. Aye, aye, aye. Biology is better? Crazy. Crazy thing to say. Biology is full of tomfoolery. I don't know, man. I can't vibe with these inexact sciences. Not like calling bio a fraud. It literally is like what heals me every time I get sick. But like... the fact that you can study something and it's just like, oh, this time it just did something different. And it's like, why? I don't know. The rat in the cage decided it didn't want to eat the treat this time. It's like, that's, nah. Not in my academic research. Not what I want to deal with. Unlike me, the superior one, who works with computers, who are supposed to do the same thing every time, yet still somehow manage not to. What do you mean they could lift a car? We starting beefs with the biology VTubers? Where the fuck are the biology VTubers? Y'all always say shit about, oh yeah, something with the chem VTubers. Oh, with the biology VTubers. Motherfucker, where? I'm like the only science VTuber. Some of Geary's cooking might be alive. That doesn't count. bringing back the... Oh, man. It literally... It zooked all the electrolytes right out, man. Let's put the goggles back on. See, now I gotta wear... protective gear. Side, I don't get lye on my hands. Plenty of YouTubers teach about biology. Showing boob physics demos that would have banged in 2020 but are mid now are not... That does not count as biology. Potato Master is a recent biology grad. I truly mean no disrespect, but I've never heard of them in my life. Maybe I should check them out. That's physics demo, not bio. I guess I could kind of go for both. But you're right, that is physics demo. Alright. I'm not measuring this, which is probably not a good thing. I'm just fucking pouring lye, free balling into the horse jizz containers and making concoctions most foul. It makes it turn kind of green when you mix this in. It turns kind of green and then it crashes out part of it. The good old scientific eyeball. I mean, what happens if you add too much? It becomes more caustic, I guess, but like... It's already, I'm avoiding touching it. It's the apples. I'm precipitating the apple out of it, dude. Hopefully this doesn't, like, produce cyanide as a side product or anything. Or I'm gonna end up, Cause, like, what all is in this? There's a bunch of weird-ass chemicals in this it can react with. Salt, potassium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, calcium carbonate, magnesium sulfate, calcium lactate, zinc sulfate, apple flavor, magnesium sulfate, ferrous sulfate, copper sulfate. Magnesium always be up to something? Oh shit, it got Zoop Loop, the one thing that counteracts the entire reaction. Nerd emoji. Alright, hang on. This is our concoction we're brewing up. The horse electrolytes on their own, they don't make the water conductive enough. We add a little sodium hydroxide, it gives it a kickstart. I'm not gonna drink it. I just ask you to sniffa? I mean, not just unless I have to. I think we can get this with 5 cups. We can get to 6 volts. We add some more horse electrolyte. Beer pong, but with this. Mint, this is a full horse dose.
No.
And I'm adding caustic chemicals to it. That get you fucked up? Get me on that horse shit. I want to be neighing by the end of the night. Internal's gonna leave the chat. If the electrolyte is crashing out, aren't you just make it... Shh. They smell like apples. I've always wanted a full horse dose. I think it, like... I don't think that's good for you. This has, like... Any concern about ventilation? If there's a ventilation issue, it's gonna get fucked up in here is all I'm saying. It smells super strongly of apple, though. It do be smelling delicious. I think it's a placebo, though, because when I drank it, it didn't taste like apple. I think the apple flavor is in there so that the horse girl feeding this to their horse is like, OMG, he can taste apples. Because I can smell the apples. But psych. It's not actually tasting like apples. It's all a fraud. It was always a fraud. It will continue to be a fraud. This the horse girl was the fraud. Alright, I have enough bridges. I could see the zinc corroding on that already. Alright. Let's see what voltage we get out of this. It turned into the apple soda. Soda! Four volts! 4 volts even. Not quite what I'm after, but... Honestly, maybe we should see if we can power the... Oh wait, it's going up for some reason. Almost enough to charge a phone. Honestly, I think one more is gonna get us to where we're trying to be. I think one more will do it. This shit is bubbling, man. Okay, hang on. Let's disconnect this. I'm actively degrading the batteries. How many amps you need? That is an excellent question. What we're powering is a little old TI-84 calculator that is going to be running Doom. It's going to be running TI Doom. I learned this from the guy on YouTube that did the potato experiment and was, like, miserable. How bad would it be to drink it? Oh, this would, like, kill you. It wouldn't kill you. You would have to go to the hospital. You would have likely lasting damage. Do not drink this.
No.
It's it's 4 AAA batteries. 4 AAA batteries that I've never had to change in my entire life. This shit slurps power. Now, I plugged it into my lab power supply, and while running the game, it drew 7 milliamps. Now, I don't know if that's how accurate that is, but that is an insanely low amount of current draw. So we should be good. I think we're gonna need a second row. But 12 of these, which is what I cut material for anyway, was 12. And I think we're Gucci. Need 6 volts? Well, okay. We don't really need 6 volts. Because things that are designed to run off 4 alkaline cells, as they discharge, lose voltage. And the TI-84 can run off not that much voltage. It can run off some pretty fucking dead batteries. I don't think it really needs a full... I think just one more, getting it into maybe like the 5-volt range is gonna be good enough. But hey, we'll test it. If we can get it to boot with this, though, that'd be huge. That'd be awesome. That's most batteries. Lithiums, I believe, have a higher fall off, where they kind of are like 1.2 until they crash. They degrade a little, but it's not as much as like an alkaline. 6 volts of polite suggestion. That's what I'm thinking. Can we run the calculator? Probably not a Game Boy. An original Game Boy, like the OG 90s Game Boy, you can run that shit off like a fart in a dream, buddy. You probably could run it on this. You trusting Google AI? I didn't ask the AI. I don't think I ever ask AI for shit. Someone at work gave me... I was asking for help setting up a Docker thing. And they were like, oh yeah, I just asked ChatGPT and it told me how to do this and it seems to work. And I'm like, dude, I have never in my life been like, I don't know how to do this. Let me ask ChatGPT. And I don't even hate AI or anything. I've just never thought to do it. Oh no, also Docker. Docker is idiot-proof until you use it in production. I assure you, I am an idiot and I have trouble with Docker. Here's the thing. Guy made an image, does not know how to distribute the image, so instead he gave me detailed instructions on how to make my own image. So I had to go through and make it myself, install all the prerequisites and shit. And apparently, because our company does not, we like only, barely anyone there uses Docker. Apparently this is going to be the user experience. You can install it like any program and then run small local model. Yeah, I understand how the thing works. I understand the premise of Docker. Just never used it until now. This shit is electroplating, dude. How? It's not even... Get your ass out of there, homeboy. What are you doing? We're not even drawing power right now, man. I need you on your best game. When we're trying to actually play the game.
No! Crazy!
Isn't TrueNAS using Docker for its apps? I'm using FreeNAS, not TrueNAS, for my NAS, which is using FreeBSD, which uses jails, which is not quite the same. I believe a jail is... It's the FreeBSD version of, like, a Docker container, but it's a VM. I don't know. You need to ask someone that has, like... You need to ask someone with a bowl cut that question. I don't have the qualifications to answer, okay?
No! Cringy!
I've been running a local model. Oh, yeah. I have a GPT for all that I played around with for a little bit. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. It's kind of cool, but it doesn't remember enough. You can't teach it things like I want to be able to. I feel like we're pretty close to being able to be like, hey, my system works like this. Can you help me make code to do this? And then it gives you something pretty close. We're not quite there yet. Alright, this shit gonna start bubbling like the witch's brew again. So let's test how much we're getting off of this. I kinda wanna see if we can power the calculator with it. Just straight up, if we're getting like 5 volts. It's not seeing any voltage? Motherfucker, there's voltage being produced. What the fuck? What? Where's the, What the fuck is the issue? Ah, don't fall over. Ah, stop. Do I have these in order? Oh wait, it's just straight up not... There's something wrong with my multimeter, dude. It's reading as if it's over voltage. Is the multimeter dead? Dude, hang on. I think my multimeter needs a new battery. This is what it reads when it's over voltage.
No!
Is 1. Okay, now it's reading 0. Hang on. Dude, it's not producing over 200 volts. Get the fuck out of here. This one is, like, reacting like crazy, though. You were just bragging about the multimeter? I have had this thing forever. Though I believe you're mistaking it because I was bragging about the calculator never needing change. Yeah, I'm actually producing an insane quantity of voltage out of this. Hurry up, I don't want to disassemble the battery, but it's also like, if it keeps running like this, it's gonna electroplate itself. How old is this battery? Best by December 2019. Well, it's been in there a hot minute. Let's get you a fresh 9 volt. Here, one of these ones I got from the
No.
fire extinguishers that I scalped for radioactive material. That ought to do, yeah. The only reason I suspect it's the battery is because it's been showing the battery low symbol for a bit now. What a fancy battery box. I got that as a Christmas gift, which is a weird Christmas gift, but it's actually super useful. It's called the Battery Daddy. I don't know why they called it that. They were being a little freaky. It's pretty useful, though. It holds, like, all the different types of batteries in nice little organized slots. Has a little tester in there, too. Dude, it smells so strongly of apples, you have no idea. Oh, what do you know? Now it's working. 4.5? Wait, really? What? Where's the 5? These motherfuckers are depleting our battery, man.
No.
Let's see if we can run it on 4.5. If I can boot the calculator on this, that would be crazy, because this is also, like...
No. Crazy.
Not only is this undervolted, it's also not very high current. I think we're gonna need a whole other row to have enough current. Oh, hang on. Which end is which? That's negative. Alright, so this is the... This is negative. This is positive. I press on. Oh! Your batteries are low. Recommend change of batteries. Okay, sure. Oh, but it does let me, like... I don't know if you guys could see that. But, like... I could totally use the calculator. Can I run Doom? Hang on, this is time to go for it. Oh, nope, trying to run Doom. That kills it. Okay, okay. We need a little more current. We need a little more current, I think. It can measure the low voltage, and it knows that the batteries need replaced. The GPU needs too much cum. We need to build more horse multipliers to supply it. We need to pull this thing out because it's fucking galvanizing itself. You should galvanize yourself now. And give someone a piece of the sodium hydroxide ions that you're fucking with. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 bridges for 6 cups. I'll take the gloves off for now. I don't plan on touching any of this. Hopefully it doesn't leak. If it gets lye on my hands, I guess I'll have to use the the washer over here. The gloves makes it professional. That's true. It does add a professional air that is normally not present in this stream especially. However, we ain't here for perceived perception of professionalism. That's for damn sure. Your electrolytes serve no purpose. Your horse jizz is worth nothing. Your drains are gonna be fucked? I think you mean my drains are gonna be blessed. My drains are gonna be like, oh, the sweet release of gunk is gonna unclog any... all sorts of shit out of the bottom of them, dude. Oh, Subasa, good night, good night. His drain's gonna be gone. I just had professional plumbers in my house. Let me tell ya, Maybe they were buttering me up, but you don't, it's not like you tip a plumber, so there's no reason why they would have to do this. They saw the other repair that I've done in my house where I fixed the, like, toilet, what's it called? The, like, flange in the toilet and then conjoined it to the old cast iron pipe. Because whoever owned the house before me completely fucked that joint up. And they were like, they were so shocked that I was the one that did the repair. They're like, dude, no one knows how to do anything around their house nowadays. It's shocking that you even gave it the shot. We thought that someone professional did it. And I was like, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, seal of approval. Yes, I now feel less bad about paying you $3,000 for 1 day of work. They know you boiled stuff on that throne, man. No, that's the basement toilet. That's a completely different toilet. The upstairs toilet is nasty in its own right, for sure. But it's not the one that I'm boiling shit in. Now, do they see the slight burn mark on the side of the tub where I had the, like, heater in there when I was boiling crawdads and corn to do a low country boil in the bathtub? I don't know if they saw that. I don't know if that was witnessed. Hopefully not. But if they did, there's no fucking way they would have guessed that's what it was. Yeah, the stinger shadow. Oh, man. It's bad, dude. The shadow of the stinger haunts us all. It wasn't even the stinger that I got, like, that's designed to heat up water. It's the giant heating element, the big fuck-off heating element that I jerry-rigged because I needed extra heat into it. That stream was a bit of a disaster, but we did end up cooking shit. Surprisingly. It, like, barely fucking worked, but I'll take barely working over not working any day. Alright. All kids born after 1990 know how to do is watch Twitch, drink horse electrolyte, be bisexual, and lie. Not even eating hot chip? Have we grown past that? The eat hot chip manifesto is such a funny tweet. It's truly one for the ages. The fact that it's both, like, insanely condescendingly generalizing and also you know exactly the type of person he's talking about is like it's mastery, man. Casey is drowning. Welcome to the stream. You saw this shit on Twitter and came over? Hell yeah, dude. It's carved into my psyche. They need weaker chips. Do kids these days even know what hot chips are? I believe they refer to them as Takis. It is like a, for the boomers among you, among us, it's like a rolled up Dorito, basically, that's kind of spicy. And then, okay, let me explain more. This is like on the 700 Club when they get the young person that's only like 47 years old to explain the trend that the kids are into that they're afraid of to like 80-year-olds. Oh yeah, okay. Takis aren't that spicy. When they say eat hot chip and lie, they're describing the Taki girls. There is a Taki woman stereotype that has a very specific archetype that's basically all the shit that is in the eat hot chip and lie tweet. Listen, it's a toilet. Listen, the head comes out of the toilet and they're like in a war with the camera dudes. Oh, war. They're promoting war now. You know what? I've talked about, I need to stop referencing the 700 Club. I'm boomering myself because none of you fuckers know what that is. But it was such boomer core before the word boomer existed that in my mind, when I was a kid, if you said that looks like it would be on the 700 Club, I immediately knew that it was talking about, like, boomer shit. I knew to change the channel when it came on. You never tuned into it. It came on when you fell asleep in front of the TV. It was on at, like, 3 a.m. or something. Yeah, it was the show that came on after all the good shows. It forced me to get up and leave. I forgot it was a thing. I just remember them talking about how Pokemon was evil on there. I didn't even play Pokemon because I was never personally interested in it. It wasn't, like, banned in my household or anything. I just was never big on it. But, like, even then I was like, dude, what the hell are they doing? I know it from being an Insomniac gremlin. Okay, so Zoomers, that means that shit must still be airing. Or at least has in the last 10 years. Pokemon was my first huge thing as a kid. I love that for you. I just don't have the memories associated with it. It's still on? As a German, that's fascinating. I mean, I don't know if, like, your country has to do with it. I guess it's kind of an American thing, just because it's, like, this type of, like, old person paranoia is, like, maybe a little US specific. But it also, like, depends on your family. Like, there's plenty of families in the US that would probably fucking hate that program. It was a donation program? Ah, some more prosperity gospel bullshit. Fantastic. I always knew they were shits. I always knew they were up to something. My version of this was Gargoyles. Oh, like the Disney show? That shit kind of rocked. Though I was always more of a Tailspin dude. As far as, like, what I actually wanted to watch on the programming block. DuckTales? DuckTales was good. DuckTales, Rescue Rangers was another good one. Goof Troop, classic. The Disney Channel was novel, because we got Nickelodeon over the antenna. But it wasn't until we subscribed to a satellite TV that we got Disney Channel. That was an exclusive channel. That was a premium. You had to... Dad had to start making a little more money before we got that one. Was this before or after the year you consumed Blockbuster? This was before. This was before. The Blockbuster year, I want to say, was when I was like 12 years old or so. It was actually kind of, like, at the time, I was like, Dad, what are you going on about not wanting to watch TV because it's all trash, was basically the thing. He was like, Dad was like, I'm tired of watching TV. It's all garbage. We don't need this in our house. Like, instead, I'm just gonna get a Blockbuster subscription. You guys can still go and rent movies, but, like, we're paying for all these channels. You're only watching, like, 3 of them, which is true. Most of what is on TV is trash. Back then, it was all good. That is not true. I had PBS Kids, bro. What do you mean? Oh, okay, I know the PBS Kids lineup, too. I know it through a few generations, too, because, when I was a kid, it was, like, Arthur and, like, I remember Cyber Chase. That was cool as hell. But then, like, I have a lot of younger siblings, so I know that they eventually got, like, other shit. There's this show that had a dog that ran like a cartoon dog, but he ran a game show with real life kids. And they had to complete challenges and like fight each other. Not like physically, but you know, in like the challenges. There's another animated dog show with like a yellow dog that was actually pretty funny. I remember that one like didn't suck when they wanted it on. Rough Ruffman! Yeah. You know it. You know this. Yeah, okay. That is what it was called. You're right. The memories are coming back. That was like past my time, but my siblings are watching it. And Martha Speaks, that was the other one. Martha Speaks was good. There was, oh man, this is, talking to chat is great, because you guys know the names for all this shit. I don't remember the names, but I remember watching them. Clifford was also on when I was a kid. And still was on when my siblings were watching it. What was the one where it was like a girl who was a superhero, but it was done like really sarcastically? I feel like if we were a little more internet brained at the time, it would have had like a weird internet following. It was Word Girl. Yeah. That one was kind of funny even when I was like a teenager and it was on in the background. Like, you know, I'm not gonna sit down and watch it, because, come on, man. But my siblings were watching it. That was a little chuckle. It already has a weird internet following? Okay, I just didn't even know. It's amazing and it does have an internet following. JJ the Jet Plane. Holy shit, I forgot about that one. Oh yeah, and Thomas was on PBS. JJ the Jet Plane. Kids these days, they're watching the Disney Planes movie and they don't realize the horrors that we had to face. Man, that show was terrifying looking. Where in the world's Carmen Sandiego? Oh, I forgot about that one. You know why? Because I didn't watch that one. I thought it was lame. I never tuned into it. Remember, if you don't know these shows, you're either underage or upper middle class. No, you can be. I don't think, if you're like in your early 20s, you did not grow up with JJ the Jet Plane. That shit was like kind of old when I was watching it at like age 6. It was like on the end of its run. Shut up, Whoa, I'm trying to make a funny. Well, too bad, I'm hitting you with some facts. I love Cyber Life. Zubumafu? Oh, I do remember that one. I'm gonna be real, fam. I skipped that one too. I don't like the animal. I didn't like the fucking lemur. That's probably like sacrilegious. Someone's gonna be like, I love Zubumafu. The lemur was my childhood. Sorry, I was never a fan. Oh, Between the Lions. I do remember that one. Was that PBS? I guess it was. It's like the Sesame Street corner of PBS. I kind of forgot about that, like, block. I also always incorrectly think that Bear in the Big Blue House was PBS, but no, that was Disney. That was Disney, and I only knew it Hang on, wait. How? We didn't have Disney Channel till we got cable, or I think it was satellite, actually, that we got first. What the hell? How were we watching some of those early Disney shows? Hogan's Heroes? My grandpa fucking loves that show, dude. Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. First time chat, y'all fuck with Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. That was a Nick Jr., I believe. And yeah, that one slapped. I don't remember watching it myself. I remember my younger siblings watching it. It was one of the better ones. Also, that one with the rabbits. Max and Ruby was a not horrible kids show. They put on, like, Dora. That shit sucks, man. That's torture for an adult to have to, like, watch in the background. I wasn't an adult. I was a teenager, but, you know, I definitely thought I was an adult at the time. But all the other ones have, like, very simple for children, obviously. But they have, like, plot lines. And, like, they're not talking at the camera. I understand now. When I was a kid, Mom banned Barney. We were not allowed to consume any Barney media. And she said, if you go to your friend's house and they want to watch this, do not watch it. And I always thought, damn, they must be doing some scandalous shit in this show. Turns out, no. Mom was just like, this is the most annoying show ever made, and I don't want any of my kids to watch it, because I don't want to have to watch it. She's kind of cooking with that, man. I understand now. Now I'm like, yeah, dude, I wouldn't want to have to watch fucking Paw Patrol or some shit if I had kids right now. I'd be like, no, son, how about you watch Bluey? That one has a plot. And for some reason, adult women want to fuck the dog. I remember watching Mr. Wizard on Nickelodeon. I do not remember that. That might be before or after my time. I do remember growing up, Cartoon Network was kind of like soft banned. Like, there were certain shows on there we could watch, but like, you had to like ask permission to watch that network. And I'm pretty sure, I've never asked why. I'm like 99% sure Dad saw an episode of Ren and Stimpy and was like, nah, son. I'm pretty sure that was like the limit. Or like one of those shows made by that dude. And honestly, like, I understand. I fully understand. Oi, oi. Ren and Stimpy was Nick? Oh, you're right! That was! Hang on, what was Cartoon Network in, like, the late 90s, early 2000s, then? Mom can't watch Ed, Edd and Eddy? No. Oh, I wasn't allowed to watch that one either. I think they like they had beef with like dumbassery shows. Cow and Chicken. Okay, that was what I was. Cow and Chicken is like aesthetically similar to like Ren and Stimpy or Rocko's Modern Life. Is it not? Powerpuff Girls? That was around then. Yeah, yeah. Cat Dog is also Nick. Doug? I was allowed to watch Doug. Doug's just about a kid. I remember watching Doug the movie. In theaters, I think. I don't remember if it was in theaters, but I remember it being like, being excited to watch it. Which is crazy. I might be the only person to ever say that I was excited to watch Doug the movie. Oh, Recess. I vaguely remember. I don't think I ever watched that. It was one that was a Nickelodeon show, wasn't it? It was one that kind of sat in the same category for me as like Rocket Power. I believe that was a Klasky Supo joint. It just never like hit for me. I would rather watch like the other ones that Klasky Supo made. Like Rugrats or Wild Thornberries or something. Recess was Disney? I'm getting it all twisted. I thought Recess... What am I getting it... confused. I might be getting it confused with Codename Kids Next Door, but that's Cartoon Network. That's not even Nickelodeon. Johnny Bravo was scary. I was not allowed to watch that when I was a kid. But I watched it later. I watched it, I think, when I was in college and me and my friends were bored. We watched Johnny Bravo. And it has some funny moments, but I don't know if it holds up that well. Now you kind of sound like him. People keep saying that. I don't hear it. But I'm also not hearing myself the same way that you guys are hearing me. Could never get into Hey Arnold. Dude, my only perception of what a big city was like when I was a kid was from Hey Arnold. I was like, that was my link to the urban life, was that show. I'm not kidding. I was like, oh, this must be what it's like to live in New York City. And it looked like fucking disgusting and scary, pretty much like every episode. They really like captured the kind of like, I don't know, terrifying. It's not terrifying, but it's like scary because it's like unknown and kind of dingy like vibe. At least to me as a kid, I was always like, dude, this place looks like ass, man. Yo, Lucky Ghost, thanks for the resub. I appreciate you for the 3 months. You kind of sound like Quite. I've met Quite. I don't think I sound like him that much. I certainly don't look like him. But I don't know, man. Going back to Ren and Stimpy as an adult, you realize how much they got away with? Yeah, it's like, they get away with a lot of shit. You ever get flashbanged by SpongeBob's VA? Is he doing the SpongeBob voice? I feel like that'd be kind of funny, but a little weird. Alright, hang on, I'm filling these up for electrolyting. We're about to get electrolyte up in here. What was that? Oh, it's the -2. Oi, oi. Is that club soda? It's just water. It's just fizzy because it just came out of the tap. What's being done here? We're building batteries out of horse electrolyte. And then we're gonna play Doom on a device powered by the horse electrolytes. Alright, hang on. I need to take like a giga piss. Alright, we're back, baby. Has the MySpace homepage vibe? Yeah. My original stream theme was all, like, late 2000s internet vibe. That was, like, the theme. This scene, which now gets you know, used for everything. You know why it's a white bar on the side? Because here's the other part that I hide now. It was supposed to look like Skype. But I got rid of the Skype buttons because they keep getting in the way when I'm trying to do edits. So I hid that part. But it is like it's a cool effect. It just kind of like, I don't know, what we're doing on stream got more interesting than the theming. I feel like. I kind of outgrew the theming. Subliminal Skyping. Yeah, I'm making a parallel bank to double the current output. The semen, the demon core. The joke is funny because it looks like cum. Well, these new ones don't look like cum. They kind of do, don't they? They got that, like, milky layer. What is going on? We're generating power with horse electrolytes. I got my apple a day horse electrolytes that I bought for a previous stream where I drank them. But now I'm making batteries with them. And we're gonna use them to chemically generate electricity. Do they taste good? No! No, they do not, actually. Which is very disappointing. By the way, I'm putting a full horse dose in each of these cups. No, it tastes like salt. It tastes like salt and the vaguest hint of apple. Now, if you're standing here in person, so you guys are missing this part, this smells like apple. Like, super strongly. The basement just smells like an apple right now. But it barely has any actual apple taste. Because I think that maybe it's like your brain expects it to be sweet, and it ain't sweet at all. There's no sugar in it. One full horse in each cup. Yeah, it's a fart of apple. I'm glad Smell-O-Vision never got any traction. Who the fuck was trying to bring about Smell-O-Vision? They're bubbling. Once the circuit is connected too, it starts fizzing. What about the Gorilla Biscuits? Have you been snacking on those? No, they're not that good. Look, go ask Ultimate Ape if you're curious about the Gorilla Biscuit. He's integrated them into his diet. I have not been that dedicated. I have to unfollow him on Twitter because he's a little too, like, schizophrenic. However, for my taste. However, it is an interesting look into the human psyche. You gotta keep a character in your feed sometimes, though. Dude, he, like 6 times a day, he's, quote, retweeting himself from a post he made like 7 years ago and elaborating on it. Like, it'll be a post where he's like, maybe electrolytes are a conspiracy by the big government, and then like his quote retweet will be like with some paper that like lightly infers maybe some element of it, and it'll be like, I told you all years ago. I might be wrong, but I recall a show with smell cards that you smell at the time they tell you to. We were just talking about old cartoons. I'm gonna hit you with this one. First ever crossover movie that I ever saw in my entire life. The Nickelodeon movie. It was Rugrats Meet the Wild Thornberrys, which had a corresponding smell-o-vision card that you would sniff at specific parts during the movie. I remember it distinctly because Mom would not take us to Burger King to get the Happy Meal with the smell-o-vision card before we went to the movie. And I wanted to see the movie in theaters. And then we went, and it was out of theaters. That shit was in there. It ran on the screens for 2 days, and they got rid of it. It was like the shortest runtime that they had ever had at any movie in that theater. And then eventually, when it came out on video, I rented it from Blockbuster. And like, yeah, it's not that good. Core memory for sure. You unlocked a core memory, man. Spy Kids 2 had it too. It was a very popular gimmick at the time. Good news, I don't smell almonds, so shit must be going well. Bad news, I smell apples. What does that mean? God bless the people behind Spy Kids. Absolutely unhinged. They were. Spy Kids is like, at the time, and you know what, now as well, was like the most ridiculous kids movie that I'd ever seen. I think to this day it remains as such. It's just so weird. Why is Danny Trejo in it? Alright, look at this. It weirded me out even when I was young. I think it weirded everyone out. That shit was odd. Machete movies are Spy Kids spin-offs. I'm aware. That's a bit of a well-known... I don't know if it's that well-known, but it is like a known fact. It's such a weird-ass fact, man. Alright. I can already see the slight corrosion that this electrode has on it, man. It's getting decroded so early. So this might be from the chili stream, I don't know. Alright. Voltage across this should be 4.5, 5 volts. Smells like apples in here. 5! Ooh, we got the 5 volts? Raise the voltage a little bit, even just being in parallel. The comb core, finally. Hang on, allow that message. For every person who dreams up the electric light bulb, there's one who dreams up the atom bomb. He says that in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. You seeing this, NASA? How much horse electrolytes will it take to send us to the moon? Dude, this shit is bubbling. Look at it. Look at this. Why is it doing that, man? Why is it bubbling like that? It's like actively... It's actively bubbling up. Alright, let's see. Is it gonna have enough current to run Doom? That's the real question. If it doesn't, that's gonna really suck. Oh, it didn't give me the low battery warning this time. Alright, let's see if it can run it. This is the moment of truth. When I press this, it should try to run. Yes! Yeah! It's Doom! TI Doom! Alright. I'm sure you guys are just waiting to see what this game looks like on a TI-84. Well, get ready, Buster, because this is the... What? Bang, 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 bang. This is the experience. I just realized I have to hold it like this so you guys can't see what's going on. Okay, let's get out of there. Oh! Dut. Alright, we got him. We gotta look for the keys. Oh, I got the key card there. Turn, get some health. If it's just white, that means it's a wall. Look, I played this a lot. Dude, it's fucking running. Look at the shit that's going on with the batteries, though. What the hell is going on here? We've done it, though. We've got it running. How long will the power go? I don't know, brother, man. Let's find out. Man, the viewing angle, for you to see it, I have to basically not be able to see it. It's getting real dim. Oh no. It's getting real dim, dude. Come on, man. Maybe just hold out a little longer. No! It died. That was it? That was all the power we got? Do you see how many horse electrolytes we burned for this? Are you telling me? Motherfucker, it cleared the RAM. We ran out of battery so hard. Well, now it no longer has Doom installed. Pretty sure that's salt at the top. Scum. It is like... It's fizzing like mad, especially on these. These ones have maybe already fizzed out. These are going crazy right now. Leave a bad review because it doesn't power Doom long enough. A bad review on what? The horse electrolytes? Yeah, sure. I'll be like, dude. My TI-84 died before I could play TI Doom anymore on it. Alright, I can turn the calculator on. 96 minus 5. Oh, 91. What do you know? Can we do like a plot? Like x squared plus 5x or 5x plus 4. Yeah, we can do this. It just doesn't play Doom. Ah, fuck. There it went. Alright, maybe you can't do that either. Your batteries are low. Recommended change of batteries. Fuck, man. They literally just did it. You tell me I burnt through a pound of horse electrolytes in like 2 minutes of running a game on a TI-84? Get the old school battery killing Game Boy to run on it. I need to charge. Hang on. We're wasting the potential of these right now. They're just like, they're galvanizing for no reason. Hang on a second. Let me get one of my capacitor banks. Now this is like massive overkill, because this is like much higher voltage, and like a ton of current. But like, let's hook it up to this bad boy and see if he can charge it enough. Because this guy should get really charged. We know the limit of 1 pound now. Horsepower's weaker than I thought. I know, right? I thought we were gonna make this thing run on horsepower. Is that a homemade rechargeable battery? No, it's a homemade capacitor bank for my railgun. I have 12 of these. I got a bunch of scrap capacitors that I made. I will say, as these like foam and whatever, they smell really good. I cannot stress enough the sensory element that you're missing here. A railgun? Well, it never shot anything because it just exploded the ammo on contact. I need to refine the design a little bit. But yeah, it was a railgun. I built it on stream. I built multiple iterations on stream. The last one though, I just charged up 2 rails, and instead of trying to shoot things on it, I would just throw things onto the rails to see what happened. I like blew up an entire can of beans. It was awesome. Oh baby, it's charging the cap bank up for sure. You can see it. I mean, you can see here that it's increasing. Here, I'll prop it up so that you get a bit of a live feed. You can legally make a depleted uranium railgun shell with a steel sleeve. Interesting. Finally, something in the basement smells good. You're so real. How dangerous will the bare caps get? When I charge them with 170 volts, they can kill you. They're dangerous. That's like the most dangerous thing that I build on stream. There's a lot of other shit that people think is dangerous, but I'm hiding a lot of the PPE that goes into protecting from it. I'm kind of playing up the danger a bit because it's fun. It's not as dangerous as it looks. The railgun is legitimately as dangerous as it looks. It could actually just kill you. And in fact, when I was taking it apart the next day, I was disconnecting all the dozen capacitor banks. And I went to go like disconnect, and I was like, hang on, before I touch this bare rail, even though I've already discharged it, like on the rails, I should probably make sure that the cap banks themselves have all individually discharged. So I just grabbed a wrench and I threw it on top. And it hit the top, and one of them, it hit the top and it exploded. And apparently, the wire leading to the rail had come unclipped, so it didn't discharge with the rest of them. And, yeah. That's why you always check your individual banks. I always check the hell out of these things, man. It's so finicky otherwise. The railgun is no joke. Caps are the scariest thing that's in basically every electronic. Yeah, but not all the caps in electronics are, like, big. You're the maddest scientist. Hey, Patrick Us Dubs, welcome in. The humble wrench saves the day. It didn't, like, blow up the wrench or anything, but it, like, launched it into the air and threw it off the table. Thought this was a battery? No, it's a capacitor bank. It's kind of like a battery, just faster discharging. And, less overhead on the charge as well. $480 or $380? What do you mean? That would have been a weird police report. Is there a VOD channel? There is, but it's really behind. It's on YouTube. It's linked below.
No.
However, the last 2 months of VODs are on Twitch. And anything that gets deleted off of Twitch goes onto the VOD channel. So sometimes I'll do something, maybe it's a little bit dangerous, maybe there's something about it where I'm afraid that someone might report spam it. That gets deleted from Twitch, but when it gets deleted from Twitch, it immediately goes on the VOD channel. So the VOD channel on YouTube is right now mostly just old VODs and like VODs that I had to delete. But I hope to get it caught up sometime soon. Wouldn't it be better to have the cups at a slightly lower elevation? What do you mean a slightly... Why? For what reason? Is it yours or someone else's? It's mine. I'm not doing anything illegal or like is gonna get me canceled in them. It's just literally... Oh, this might be deemed by Twitch to be a little too dangerous, so I want it to not be on the Twitch. You can still report VODs that have been deleted, but you have to go through a bigger rigmarole to do it. So, people who are trolling aren't typically going to go through the trouble. Oh, it's 4.17. There's a decimal here. 4.17 volts. It seems like it's kind of evening off here. Oi, oi. Pi 02, good luck buying one. I'm not trying to buy no Pi Zeros, brother. How's the taste? They don't taste good. I've tasted them. They're not that great. I can tell you that. It basically just tastes like salt. Salt with a slight apple smell. And they have too much magnesium. And also people telling me, because when I had the Horse Electrolyte and Gorilla Biscuit tasting stream, I was like shitting like crazy after that stream, dude. It wrecked my digestive system. It was disgusting. Anyway. It might have also been the magnesium in the Horse Electrolytes that were maybe potentially causing that. Poor horses. I mean, you mix it with their feed. So, a little bit of salt on the feed probably ain't bad for the horses. They ain't drinking it straight like I was. Is MAGA laxative? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Doom running in beer pong? We had Doom running, but now the battery's too dead. It's only 4.12 volts. The voltage is dropping too, and it's likely leaching some from the voltmeter. That's a shame. Get ready. We can light one LED for a second off of this capacitor bank. The power of the Horse Electrolyte. I'm gonna turn off the lights for this demo. Get ready. This is a breathtaking demo. New York Times says breathtaking. Some other guy says, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
No.
Explode one LED? There's no way we have the power to explode the LED. And why would you even want to do that? It's a poor little LED. Alright, ready? Ready? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? No? Dude, it literally lit up. You saw it, right?
No! Cringy!
Oh, hey, Sharpex, welcome in. Not really? Was it literally so fast of a blink? The fucking frame didn't catch it? Motherfucker. Are you kidding me, dude? Dude, this copper has never been more fucking clean. Holy shit. Look how pure it is. I'm stirring these up. Why is it fizzing so much? Look how much it's foaming. That shit is cooking. Too much power into the poor LED? I don't think that was the problem. Alright, ready? Ready? Set. There's no way you saw that. That was like a microsecond. I can't believe it. It literally was sub-frame. I swear the LED lit up for like a fraction of a second. I'm losing my mind. The batteries don't even work anymore. It powered the calculator for like 2 minutes and then it stopped. And now it's not even hitting 5 volts now. Dude, what the hell? The foaming's starting to subside as well. I'm not even sure, like... LED running on hopium? Why'd it take this massive fucking cat bank to do that? Dude, it is like cleaning the copper like crazy. It's like super, super shiny copper coming out of this. Doom was too much for the horse electrolytes. This is so sad. You know what else is sad? You know what else is fucking sad, dude? What the hell am I supposed to do with the rest of these horse electrolytes? I gotta find something to use these in, man. I still got like 4 pounds or so left. Can you dump more into it? It doesn't make it do any better. It's at saturation. Vape them? Horse electrolyte vape juice is an idea. Use it to make rocket fuel? They don't have sugar. You need something flammable. I don't know if I can make rocket fuel. I don't think it's a flammable powder. Add sugar? Motherfucker, then it's not doing anything. Then the sugar is the component. Consume it so you can be featured on Chubby Emu? I was already featured on, Lessons in Meme Culture from this thing. Hang on. Did you guys see it? Did you see it? Pour Prime on them? Nah, that might be making the Prime actually do something. See what? The Lessons in Meme Culture... the Lessons in Meme Culture video that I'm in. No shit. Ah! Shut the fuck up. I fucking hate the autoplay on going to the YouTube homepage feature. That's like maybe the worst shit in the universe. Alright, hang on a second. I'll show you, because it's funny, and this is one of my finest moments. It's only one of... I wasn't like it... Like, my video was in the video. Hang on, for context on, the horse electrolytes here, I've got their page up here. Lower this one down. Oh yeah, I have the Mr. Beastify plugin that adds Mr. Beast's head to all the
There's
thumbnails.
a huge spike in interest
Look!
in horse
It's literally me.
electrolytes lately, as if consuming foodstuffs made for such a large animal would give one the power of a horse. It could be argued the trend was popularized in 2023 by Schizophrenic, who wrote, "I've been putting these cheap electrolytes in my water for a while now, and I legitimately feel like I'm on stimulants. I think it's the thiamine. It cost $4 at the farm supply store for like a year's worth." This image did the rounds for a
This is
bit,
a
but
trend?
over a year
It was.
later, on September 11th, 2024, Pig Shit on Balls iterated on it.
Hang
by
on,
posting
hang on,
an
hang
image
on,
of
hang
horse
on.
electrolytes with
'Cause
the
they
cup
also
that
showed
animals
here.
eat. Then you will gain their power, which is why you get streamers like Uwo's Lab
See?
recording themselves drinking
That's me,
horse
Mom, I'm
electrolytes
on the
and eating
TV.
gorilla biscuits to become the ultimate alpha male. Apparently, the horse electrolytes really don't taste like much, except as a salty, less flavored version of Gatorade, which makes sense as Gatorade contains salt for hydration. Then you get people who are actually made so curious by the original tweet that they decided to put the powder into.
This is, I'm literally soy pointing at this when someone sent it to me. Someone was like, I found you from a Lessons in Meme Culture video. And I was like, the fuck? I'm in one? I left a comment on it. I forgot. Mom, get the camera! I made it into a Lessons in Meme Culture video. It's awesome, dude. This is gonna go down. This is one of my greatest achievements. Speaking of my greatest achievements, this is another one of them. Number 2 on the cookie baking world record speed chart. The Mr. Beast plugin is awesome, dude. I highly recommend if you're a gremlin like me. Found you on YouTube, Rick? Hell yeah, dude. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. We got a new YouTube video dropped today. It was the web fishing reel. Oh, yeah. That one's doing all right, too. Dower Knight's the one that edits the YouTube videos. He does pretty good at the editing. There's a cooking category in the speedrun charts? Yeah. There's one specifically for chocolate chip cookies. It used to be a cookie clicker subcategory. And then they're like, no, there's too many people. Let's make our own. Voucher from Twitter? Hell yeah. The Twitter clips are I edit. The YouTube videos, I pay a guy to edit. I pay a guy that I knew back when I did editing commissions, before I streamed. Big respect for the guy who submitted an hour. Oh yeah, the guy who submitted like an hour's username is Casually Slow Speedrunner. Good for him even like doing it. Hey, the Vegas experience, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. I really hope you're like a tourist channel. Does your AVI ever piss like a racehorse? Like, do I have an animation of me pissing? No, because I'd get banned. But believe me when I say, believe me from the bottom of my heart, I wish I could. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, man. Found you from Twitter from the cooking a steak with Sig clip. That video has been like the biggest one to draw people in. It's so funny. It's so funny because the only reason I did that video at all, or that stream at all, is because I had all these leftover cigarettes from the Smoking 500 cigarette stream because I got extras. And I was like, oh, well, I gotta use these. Oh, I should just get a little bit more and then smoke a steak with them. That'd be funny. And then that ends up being, that's like my most popular clip ever. It got like 10 million views on Twitter. It has like 600,000 views on the long edit on YouTube. It's crazy. Vaporizing Glizzy in the popcorn machine? Ah, you must have seen, that's an old stream. That's from last November. But Dower did an edit of it recently. Hey man, whichever one people come in for. It's awesome. The popcorn stream was great. That was a fun stream. There was popcorn everywhere. Because my dumbass opened the chamber without putting the bag over the end first. And I didn't realize that you have to put the bag over it first. We're playing Doom on, We're playing Doom on horse electrolytes. Well, we already did it. The horse batteries are depleted. I played Doom for 2 minutes and they fucking died. And now I can't boot the thing up anymore. So if you were here during the 2 minutes that the whole thing that we built for worked, congratulations. Yeah, it was that long ago. It was last November when I got the popcorn thing. I just occasionally have Dour Knight do older, because some weeks I'll have like one stream that'll make a good edit, and some I'll have like 3, but he does 2 a week. So on the weeks that I only have 1, he goes back and does an older stream. Like this next week. Today, posted the web fishing reel from a week or 2 ago, and then the next upload will be on Thursday, and it's the Fiverr stream, which was a while ago. I want to say like a month or so ago. Yeah, I have a lot of new viewers that never see the older stream. We're like over double the viewers that we were last November. So there's a lot of you guys that I could literally rerun some old streams because you guys haven't seen them yet. Could the copper wire in the electrolyte on the zinc plate side be causing a short circuit, dropping the output? No, that shouldn't be shorting anything. It's still, even though the wire is copper, it still has to travel from the zinc to the other copper. And we're gonna upload the missing VODs? Yeah, I plan to. It's just that, like, I'm busy and that takes a while. Saw the SIG video? Hell yeah, dude. Oi, oi. Best one I've seen you done is the Fate of the Fumos. Which one is that? The one where I deep fried Morco's Fumo? Or the one with Taub where I encased hers in resin. The Fumo death streams are always collabs with the person whose Fumo I ordered. And guess what? Speaking of, my grape Fumo just shipped. So you know what that means. Gotta be preparing for that one sometime soon. Oh yeah, the microwave radiation. I forgot I irradiated the leaflet one. Collab time? She wanted to do a thing with it. I won't spoil what it is. But yeah. What's the plan of action? I can't spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil what I'm doing with Fillion in a couple weeks either. Cause that is gonna be... The only thing I'll tease on that one is that I have had to be very careful to make sure what I'm doing is legal. But it should be legal. Can you add my friend? What the fuck is the first time message is that, motherfucker? It's on her channel. It's on her channel. It's part of her, like, her Thanksgiving thing. Can't not wait for both Fillion and the Fumo streams. Don't know when the grape Fumo one's gonna be. I know what she wants to do is pretty ambitious. I'm gonna have to make sure I don't need a permit to do it. So, we'll see. We'll see. Cookie collab with Fillion was gold. That was fun. She has some ideas for other stuff she wants to do. I need to do, I need to get on the fucking grind and do the back end work for a different stream that she's talked about wanting to do. But it just requires me to get some programming and testing and shit done off stream. So, I haven't had, time to do it yet. Deep frying a turkey in a nuclear waste pool. Just deep frying the turkey's dangerous enough. Do you know how many people died of deep fried turkeys? It's like a massive cause of fires. It's crazy. All right, we've kind of run out. We have. I mean, it's stopped bubbling by now. I gotta dump these potions down the drain. That shit's gonna purify the drain pipes like nothing else. Let's find someone to raid though in the meantime. Let's see who's live right now. Who is this? Sometimes I follow people to like check them out, but then they only stream while I'm streaming. And it's like, well, what do I do now? I don't know. I guess it's a pick your poison kind of thing. We can go on. Woman, lava is live. I also raid lava a lot. I kind of want to try to pick someone that I don't raid that often. Combine this with the playing Doom on cells. Okay, that was a way more complicated thing. I'm merely powering the device I'm playing Doom on with the horse electrolytes. That dude actually played it on cells, which is insane. That's a crazy, that's a crazy thing. Oh, let's see. Who did that? I believe that was Thought Emporium on YouTube. They do a lot of whack-ass, like, bioengineering shit. Which is pretty crazy. Mega is streaming. She's in her subathon right now. I should pop in sometime. I'm in the Discord for that subathon. But the mic is always opens up at like 3 a.m. Like, I'm sorry. I got like work to be at. Oh, I'm torn by decisions here. Let's go with maybe Flofi. She just like debuted a new model and she's a smaller streamer that I think is pretty promising. You guys will probably like her. She's playing Minecraft right now. She's playing the Pokemon Minecraft, which, hot take maybe, like the worst Minecraft mod. Not because it's a badly made mod, it's actually a very well made mod. However, it like I do not like Pokemon, and that shit is ruining so many servers, man. It's so done. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. No stream tomorrow, but on Thursday, hang on, we need a more exciting outro. There we go. Yeah, people still play that mod. It gets updated and shit. Anyway, Thursday, I don't even know what we're gonna be doing. We were supposed to be panning for gold, but my dirt got delayed on shipment, so I'm gonna have to come up with something else. Oh, I promise you it's gonna be good. That'll be you know, keep tuned in the Discord or the Twitter. Discord, Twitter, and be sure to check the YouTube as well, because the videos are good, you know, while I'm chilling. Anyway, what was I saying? 6 p.m. EDT on Thursday. We're gonna do another stream on Friday, 6 p.m. EDT for some sloppa, if you want to come chat and hang out for that. And, you know, be sure to follow and whatever the fuck if you like it. We'll keep you around. Anyway, say hi to Fofi. Bye!